evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back to another stream. We are back tonight once again with the Leclerc career mode. We're going into the Belgian Grand Prix for today as well. Last time out, obviously, in Hungary, we did finish out in P4, a very good result in Hungary. We've had some great results over the last few races as well, actually. Obviously, that P4 in Hungary, the P2 in Silverstone, we obviously won in Austria as well. We've had a really, really good few results. Unfortunately, couldn't quite get on the podium for the third successive race in Hungary, but P4 is the next best thing. So, still a good amount of points on the board for the Hungarian Grand Prix. So, hopefully in Belgium today, we could try and continue going that way. I think we should be okay on around 110 AI rounds here. Usually the AI round Belgium are a bit weaker, so hopefully we can run 110 AI and have some good fun racing. We've got Deadcore coming in with a 16-month resub as well. Appreciate the 16 months as well, Deadcore. Ladies and gentlemen, get the spin chat to welcome Deadcore into Vince fan for the 16. Appreciate it, buddy. How we doing, guys? Acid, welcome. Lucas, welcome in, guys. Root, welcome in. Cake. Jackass, Noob, welcome in as well, guys. Bucks, Alice, how we doing, guys? Hope we're doing good. Hope we're having a good day. The first event track you did on this game, it was, yep, it was indeed. When we had the early preview thingy, the preview build, I got to show you guys for a couple hours. We did a 100% race around this track, so yeah, that was where we learned that the handler model was very sensitive, to say the least. Bucks coming in with the 8-month resub as well. Appreciate the 8 months as well, Bucks. Appreciate that, dude. Ladies and gentlemen, get the spin chat to welcome Bucks into Vince fam for the 8 months as well. Appreciate it. Thank you, man. 7-1 to the Arsenal. It was a good game last night. Very good game. With Nando, yeah, we did the Aston Martin, of course. We had to. It was only right. It was only right. But, yeah, no, we've always had some good fun around Belgium. It's a good fun track. Like I say, with the handler model this year, it does make it very easy to do a lot of the corners that shouldn't be flat out, such as put on. So, what you're saying is, as far as the reason you're bad at this game, or this game is bad, probably. I blame Max Verstappen personally. You know, they incorporated his, very pointy front end style, and everyone hated it. So, personally speaking, I put the blame on Max Verstappen, but that's just me. That's just me. Glad I didn't catch the stream very recently. Sorry to that, man. Hope you get better soon. Obviously, we are in the second half of the season now as well, heading into Belgium. We do have the long summer break after this one as well, even though it doesn't really do much in the game. But after this, obviously, next week, Thursday, we'll have Netherlands tomorrow. Next week, we'll have Monza, Baku, and Singapore. So a couple of difficult street tracks coming up for us next week. But yeah, we are getting towards the end of the season, slowly but surely. I feel like this first season with Arthur has gone by very, very quickly. So imagine not watching the first F124 stream, and imagine not watching the first F125 stream when that happens as well. We're not too far away from that now. There was news that the beta is released now as well. So, well, not released, sorry, but you can now sign up for the beta for the next game. So, that'll be quite exciting. I'm sure there'll be several people who don't listen to the NDA on that. There'll be plenty of leaks. What up, Scotty? Look at that lovely new badge. Looks beautiful with you. And honestly, I'm not really sure what the badge is supposed to be. Oh, it's a paintbrush. Makes sense, actually. Oh, but I didn't actually realize that until now. What up, Daniel? How's it going, mate? But yes, for those who said non F1, if anyone... Did anyone say non-F1? One person said non-F1 again. It was Aleph this time. Can't wait to hit Adam in Breaking Point 3. Yeah. Yeah, we'll definitely be targeting him for personal reasons. Not even just because his character, because of what happened in Miami the other day as well. That guy dived me and Kai in the final hairpin. I would be surprised if there's a Breaking Point 3 this year. I would be surprised. I think there's a lot more things I should focus on than a Breaking Point, but we probably will get one at some point. I just hope it's not for this game because, yeah, there's a lot more things that need to be controlled right now. So, what does the paintbrush badge mean? Basically, it means they're an artist/editor. So Scotty's for those who don't know, Scotty's my editor for YouTube. So all the YouTube videos that you see at the moment is all edited by him. Yeah, that badge is basically recognition in a way to say that he's someone who does stuff for us. EA cooked with the journey. Breaking Point was shit. I don't know. I don't think Breaking Point was shit. It was a good story. A very, cliche story, let's say that. It was a very cliche story. But the problem I had personally with Breaking Point, it was just very easy. You couldn't really use any, custom setups or anything here. That everything was fixed. And, yeah, the AI there was just very easy, too. So, I don't know. There was no real, challenge for it, in my opinion. But it was still decent. It was okay. In terms of story and stuff, even though it was cliche, it was decent. it just didn't really, you know, just wasn't really that competitive, you know? I saw Ryan, yeah, I did see. It was super easy in hard mode. Yeah, even people who play like low AI got on perfectly fine with hard mode. So imagine the people who play the game, you know, quite a lot, pushing the 110 AI. They probably breezed every single objective. If it used the AI difficulty setting, so the 3 fixed options were way better. 100%, yeah. And to be honest, I'm surprised they didn't do that. I don't know what the AI presets were in terms of like the AI level, but it was low. It was very, very low. Cool coming with the 47-month resub as well. Thank you much, Cool, for the 47 as well, dude. Ladies and gentlemen, get this loose spin chat from Cool Incidents fan for the 47 as well. I appreciate you, dude. Thank you, man. So, without further ado, ladies and gentlemen, I think it's time to start getting cracking for the Belgian Grand Prix this weekend then. So, let's jump into the big screen and have a look at how we've fared out so far this season as we head into Spa-Francorchamps. So, last time out in Hungary, we did finish P4, which was a very decent result. We got best of the rest, basically, in that one. We was close to the podium. We were sitting in that top 3 for a while, but unfortunately, Lando Norris just pipped us to the podium in the last few laps. But obviously, we had a great run in Hungary. We were struggling a lot on the opening stint on the soft tyres. We went onto the hard tyres for a very long time. I think it's about almost 40 laps, I think it was in the end, on the hard tyres. But I tell you what, it cooked. It cooked, because we came out around P5, and then a couple of people in front of us boxed again and came up behind us. So we were provisionally, you know, on track position in P3, and we had to defend very hard in the last 10 laps to try and keep that P3. But unfortunately, Lando Norris did slip by with a couple to go. We almost lost out to Perez as well. Thankfully, we had to do some hard defending against him. But we did get P4 out of it, which wasn't too bad. So, very good points on the board, and a car that, to be fair, is looking pretty good right now as well. We have actually dropped up a tiny bit since the last race. However, as you can see, McLaren, Mercedes, Aston Martin, ourselves, all very, very close in the R&D right now. So I don't think it's a surprise that we're, you know, pushing podiums more often now, because them top teams are pretty close together. Other than Red Bull and Ferrari, those top teams are pretty tight. So don't forget the Hamilton soft, medium. Yeah, that was a strange strategy. I don't know why he did that. Where did he finish in the end? I think it was 6th, right? Yeah, he finished P6. I don't know. At least he got fastest lap. I hope it was worth it. What up, Nick? How's it going, mate? Right, we do have a couple of engine issues, chat, going into this Grand Prix. Now, obviously, Belgium is a race where overtaking is definitely possible. There's lots of overtaking opportunities around this track. So, I'm thinking if we're going to take an engine penalty, today is probably the day, isn't it? Because look at our ICEs. We've got an ICE on 65%, 58%, 42%, and 47%. So we probably could get through this Grand Prix. The problem is we've got Zandvoort after this, which should obviously not be a great track for taking a penalty in. So I feel like we probably should get ourselves a new engine today. If it's today on Monza, yeah. Today on Monza, definitely the ideal time to take it. But like I say, it's a bit sketchy with those ICEs. So I feel like probably best to do it today. Is there anything else that's getting a bit worn? MGHs are fine. Energy stores are coming up as well, 41 and 43. Turbochargers are looking fine. Control electronics slowly coming up. Gearboxes are fine at the moment as well. So we could get through today and Zandvoort and wait for Monza, but take ICE today and rest in Monza if needed. Yeah, maybe. Maybe. I think the ICE is the priority right now, isn't it? It is the priority. Because everything there is at least 42%. So, yes, we could get through the race fine today, but Zandvoort might be sketchy. And like I say, I don't want to take an engine penalty in Zandvoort. It's not a good place to take one of those. So, what we'll do, I think, is we'll get through practice first. If we qualify lower top 10, take them all, yeah. What I think we'll do is we'll get through practice first, prepare ourselves for qualifying, and then decide if our pace is good, we'll do maybe just one component, but then obviously if we qualify bad, we'll take everything and start at the back. So I think that's probably the plan of action, I think. I was wondering how much your rig costs roughly. You don't have to answer. A lot. Is all I'll say. A lot. Right. Let's go with some higher wear stuff for now then. We'll go number 4 on the ICE. MGK was to number 2. These are starting to show a bit of wear as well, aren't they? So we'll go number 2 on that one. Probably take a fresh MGH today as well. Energy store can stay with number 2 there as well. We are going to face today, Nico. I'm expecting our straight line speed to be very good today. Very, very good. 41 is fine. And yeah, these gearboxes are coming up slowly but surely. We're still number 3 on that one. That's good as well. All right, let's do our specialist real quick, and then let's head into the weekend. Open the DRS slot for more than 55 seconds. Overtake 7 cars out on track in the race. We'll go for the DRS. That should be easy. Achieve a quality position of 11th or better. Does that take into account penalties? I don't think we'll do that one. I don't think that takes... I'm pretty sure it does. I don't know. I don't know if there's any clarification on that, but if that is also including... Hard to tell the wording, yeah. Because it does say in qualifying, but I don't know if the penalties that apply after will affect that. So, like, we could qualify, you know, P5, whatever, but if we've got a 10-place penalty, we start P15, so does that matter? I don't know. Doesn't sound like it counts penalties. I'll be safer and go for the 207 mile an hour, I think. We'll keep it safe. Incur no more than 3 penalties during an entire weekend, or complete a one session without using a flashback. That should be easy. And we'll perfect the race program as well. It's called out quality, so starting spot. Yeah, so the wording does seem like it would apply to that, but it is EA. It is EA. What career we're doing? We're doing an Arthur Leclerc career. All right, let's see what weather awaits for us in the Ardennes, shall we? Let's see. Straight line speed is the history of the Williams. It really is. Looks like we're going to get a dry weekend. A little bit of rain in FP2, but the all-important sessions in qualifying and the race are going to remain dry. So no rain forecast this weekend, which should keep it nice and easy. However, that is a lot of cloud cover, though, isn't it? I don't think it'll rain, but there's a lot of cloud cover the entire qualifying and race. So it might look a bit dark and gloomy, but it's not showing any signs of rain. So right, car is set up. Let's head into FP1. We've got race strat, fuel management, and track acclimatization to do today. Let's get started. What AI was I on? Shit, I think I might have my AI too low there.
It's the longest track with the
For some reason, I thought Spa was a sprint. It used to be. I think last year was a sprint, wasn't it?
At Spa-Francorchamps.
Hell yeah, Hazy. Hell yeah. The IMSA racing right now on iRacing is at this track as well, and I did a race last night, and it's just such a good track. It's a great track for everything. I don't think I can name one series that actually be bad around here. Even NASCAR would probably do okay here. They might struggle with pull on track limits, but, you know, that's a different problem. What up, Greg?
With any luck, you'll be able to feel the improvement, so go and give them a try.
Right, let's start off with the track acclimatization then. Oh, Jam. MotoGP. I reckon even MotoGP would do it right here. MotoGP does fine anywhere, though, let's be honest. Has there ever been a boring race in MotoGP? I refuse to believe that exists. We'll go to the 50-minute mark, and then we'll head out on the acclimatization program. Fast lap so far is Alonso 45.1. We are going to be very quick for this session because the AI is not set correctly. We'll have to adjust that for FP2.
Don't push the car just yet. The track is still green. Try to take it easy for
Going to this year's race in Assen. Nice. Enjoy, enjoy. Imagine a NASCAR straight line in the bus stop and just flying away. Yeah, I couldn't imagine riding those sausage curbs too well. I did see the COTA highlights, not highlights actually, just like, I saw some clips of Circuit Americas, and why do they even bother racing on road tracks if they're not going to stay on the road? That's my question. What even is a track limit in NASCAR? Does that even exist? Because, like, going through the S section, they were just cutting the entire corner, like, on the blue strip. It was bizarre. Very bizarre. Yeah, I don't think NASCAR is a series I would ever enjoy too much. I think track limits are just considered optional in NASCAR. Apparently track limits don't apply to them. Yeah, I don't think it does. English American driving standards, fair. The wall is the limit? Yeah, that's a good way of looking at it, to be fair. If you hit the wall, you probably found the track limit. Managed my first race to 102 AI today at Vegas on controller. Somehow still got a P8 and a half. Let's go, Kieran. Love that, buddy. Sounds like you're finding your AI level. I do think the Vegas AI is a little easy, to be fair. From personal experience, at least, anyway. The limit is your team's bank account, yeah. How much carbon fiber can they shed through? There have a few races with track limits that don't really have rules for them. Formula E had the same issue when they went to a track with track limits. Yeah, I mean, with Formula E, I mean, it's just barriers, isn't it? Formula E just consists of barriers, and that's it. Most races around 95 to 100, that's fair. That's fair. That's a little deeper turn one. Tire's still a bit cold. Tire's still a little bit icy. Knock 'em around. Spider, thanks for following Twitch, mate. Appreciate it. Welcome in as well. It's amazing how track limits across all districts isn't just stay in the white lines. Yeah. I mean, usually it's the rule of thumb, isn't it? Past the white line, track limit. It's usually how it goes, but yeah, not for everyone. To be fair, I mean, in GT racing as well, it's kind of similar. In GT racing, they let you use, like, more curb and things. To be fair, even, like, F1 5 years ago, even their track limits were a lot softer than they are nowadays. I remember watching Austria back in 2019, I think it was. And, yeah, like, out the final 2 corners, they were allowed to use all the curb and everything. Only in recent years, they really strictened up a bit more on track limits. To the point where if you touch gravel, it's considered a track limit now, so... They're very, very fine on it. Very fine on it now. Racing rig name? Like the cockpit or the wheel you're trying to find? Can I steering wheel is this? This is the Mazda R9 with the FSR. To be fair, that was actually pretty good other than the first corner. Yeah, P1. This AI is a bit low at the moment. I say a bit, it's very low. Even when F1 had the problem like 5 years ago, yeah, literally. Literally. I mean, I don't know. In my personal opinion, I think at the end of the day, it's a road circuit, right? Therefore, stay on the road. That's my personal opinion. I don't know if it was on a lap or not, but he was really slow down the straight. Like, very slow. What's wrong with the AI? I have it set a little bit too low off the Hungary, so I just need to bump it up today. We should be at 110 quite comfortably this weekend. But I still have it on the AI set from Budapest. Put it to 110, Nico. I'm going to set it to that anyway. I think it sets like 105, 106, something like that right now, so... We'll be at 110 today, no doubt. Oops. I was going to change it anyways. Perfect. Thoughts on the 7-1? I mean... I think it was a bit more smooth sailing than we was expecting, wasn't it? Much more smooth sailing than we expected. I honestly was contemplating it being a pretty tight game because our attack, you know, without our normal front three is pretty useless. But to be fair, PSV were bad. They were really bad. Like, I know they were in a bit of a tough run of form and stuff, but they were really bad last night. I was surprised. You know, technically it's never over, but I think with a 7-1 scoreline going into the home leg, I'd like to say we're good. I mean, either way, we're going to face Real Madrid or Atletico Madrid next, and I don't see us winning either of those. Not without our front three, that's for sure. How did they win against Liverpool a few weeks ago? To be fair, Liverpool fielded a much weaker team for that one. Oh boy. Good understand that. Liverpool field a very, very weak team on that day. Because they already were guaranteed through to the round of 16, so. Do you know what the differential does? Yeah. So the differential basically changes rotation of the rear wheels based on the corner you're going through, essentially. So, for example, if I'm going through turn 3 Spain, I want the differential to be more unlocked, so I'm getting more power to the left-hand side rear wheel than the right-hand side rear wheel. So if I have it more locked, that means I'm getting more, that the wheels are spinning at the same rate. If I have it more unlocked, then the wheels are spinning at different rotations, basically, depending on the corner you're going through and stuff like that, so. I hope that was a good explanation. It might not have been. I'm not very good at explaining it. I know what it does, but it's difficult to explain. If you somehow bottle a 7-1 aggregate, you have to go bold. Yeah, I would never agree to something like that. I'm sorry. I would never agree to something like that. I'll never run the risk. Saka and Martinelli will be back for the quarterfinals. I hope so. Well, I don't know about Saka. Martinelli, maybe. Saka, I'm not too sure. And I know he started doing like a bit of, you know, gym work and a little bit of individual training and stuff, but yeah, he'll be, he won't have a lot of match fitness or sharpness or anything, so. We may still have Ranieri on that right-hand side. Ah, you bastards. Was a good middle set still then. Yeah, the hard tires don't run into you other. Okay, let's box. Let's box. My livery mods went away after an update. Yeah, so if you do an update to the game, it will clean out your files, because it's almost like refreshing your files in a way when it does an update, so you have to reinstall the mod. It's a little annoying, but it's unfortunately quite normal. Just put the files back in, and you'll be back to normal. Gabriel, thanks for following on Twitch, mate. Appreciate it. Welcome in as well. Hope you're doing good. Alright. Those laps felt pretty good, though, to be fair. Did try and find the limit a bit more on that final run there, but all feeling pretty good at the moment. Why is my TikTok chat bugging? There we go. It's not bugging anymore. What up, Kudis? If you blink in the next 10 minutes, you have to go bold. Looks like I was staying bold for a while then. Right, let's go on to the next program then. I think we've got racetrack and... Was it fuel management or something? We've got to do still? Or was it time management? There were still 2 more programs we've got to complete, so... Let's have a quick look. Fuel management on 0 out of 5. Yeah. Fuel management should be okay around here, I think. It should be fine. We'll go soft tires for that too. And we'll do a few runs with that.
We're set.
I wonder what setup you use. I have a Belgium tonight as well. The car setup, I get all my setups from Sim Racing Center. So if you want my setups, that's the place to be. Otherwise, maybe have a look at time trial setups. The problem with time trial setups is they usually run a lot higher on wings and stuff than you need, so. Your boy, thanks for following Twitch for the mate. Appreciate it. Welcome into. That was interesting at the white line. I'm far away from Bob. I'm prepared to shave my head when it starts getting bad. Yeah, I don't want to be one of those people that, like, tries to hang on if it goes, you know? If my hair suddenly starts disappearing and, like, it's patchy and stuff, I'm just going to let it go. Typically, though, my family have a very good head of hair, typically speaking. Like, even my granddad, before he passed, he was, like, 94, 95 when he passed, and he still had a pretty good head of hair at that age, so I'd like to think I'll be all right. But you never know. You never know. Do I want to join your F1 league? No, thank you, though. You got 6'9" wings. That's quite a lot of rear wing, to be honest with you, for a track like this. Maybe try, like, a 5'3", 5'2", something like that. You can get away with running very low here. Similar to Monza in a way. My mum has a gene that causes white hairs at 16. Oh, boy. Oh, boy. To be fair, I mean, there's a lot of famous people out there who started getting very early white hairs and stuff, so... I've got you, Skidus. Martinelli's in Brazil's professional squads. That doesn't mean anything. That doesn't mean anything. Leclerc 1-2, by the way. Our favourite. Arthur and Charles 1-2. Yeah, see, at that point, K-Cray, like, I just gotta let it go. Like, accept it. Either that or go to Turkey or something, you know? Either save it or just let it go. I see Pierre Gasly had a bit of a Turkey trip at some point as well, hasn't he? Arsenal Thrash PSV, that's... Guys doesn't need to go to Turkey, mate. But he has, that's what I'm saying. he has. Unless he didn't do it in Turkey, but he definitely has been to someone. Let's say that. OG Hamilton fan, thanks for following Twitch for me. Appreciate you, dudes. It's a little bit wide there. Good lap, but a little bit wide there. Fuel management's a little bit off too, so we'll try and do a bit of lifting at the bus stop. Try and get it back into the green. How much the hair transplant costs? Probably a few grand, I'd imagine. Not that I'd know. I've never looked into it, but I'd expect it to be a good bit. I can't grow a bit if my life depended on it. I've never really tried, but I don't really want a beard. Too much to manage. Too much for me to manage. I did a little bit of lifting at turn 1 there, but didn't really do a lot. What up, Jude? How's it going, mate? Chance supposed to be like something like 10k. Really? Wow. It's a lot more than I thought. It is becoming like very normalized, isn't it? Hello, Johnny. In Turkey, it's 2 to 4k. Yeah, that's why people go there, because it's typically so much cheaper. Same as like the whole like you know how people get fake teeth and stuff. They always go to Turkey for that. Turkey just typically is a lot cheaper to do it at. Kept on the track there. Seems really painful too. Yeah. Yeah, it doesn't look pretty, does it? Yeah, that's the worst, Nico. Unless you like grow it long enough to the point where it covers that patch. International Kane. Still quite a way off from purple, but at least we'll get a green this time. 24-3. Somehow Norris is actually fastest right now. I wasn't expecting that. I thought it would stay P1. We'll try and do a little bit more lifting, but it actually seems pretty difficult to keep that fuel under control, so I'm not sure how likely it'll be. Science run out of battery. Kind of copped him a bit too much there, really. I might just sit behind him and fuel save. Might help the program. Oh, wow, they lift a lot through pawn. It's just easier. Keep it completely shaven, to be honest, Jam. It seems like it's easier to actually just get rid of it all than just actually maintain it. So at that point, I just, like, said, nah, fuck that. Too long, you know. If I go bald, I grow a beard, though. That would be a good way of doing it, to be fair. Most people who are bald do end up getting a beard, don't they? Big lift here. Could get a purple, to be fair. Out the final corner. Oh, close.
Right, that's the end of the program.
Very close, but not quite.
So we can analyze the data.
Okay,
Box
we'll
this
take a
up.
green. Oh. We will take a green. For the one that will be able to grow one, yeah. Like I say, I don't really try to. I did once, like maybe 4 or 5 years ago maybe, but I didn't like it. Didn't like how it looked, didn't like the maintenance of it, so I just gave up. I wasn't interested in it. Front tire's giving away a little bit there. It does make you look like you've, like, declined in age by 10 years, Nico, sometimes. Especially if you're someone who's, like, used to it, you know? Like I'm 14 for 2 weeks? Exactly. Getting ID'd for everything. You try and buy a monster and suddenly everyone's asking for your ID. 6 up right now. Good stuff. You got any ID for that, lad? Whoa. Hello. You slowed up a lot. How do you make a good career mode? I always give up before race 10. Make it challenging. I think a lot of the time people start a career mode but don't really make it challenging, so they lose that sort of immersiveness in a way. I feel like if you don't have a challenge in career mode, it makes it too simple, too boring in my opinion. So put the AI maybe a little bit higher than what you're used to and just, yeah, keep challenging yourself. Maybe do some longer races that have more strategy elements to them and stuff like that as well. What up, Wega? How's it going, mate? Ruben, thanks for following on Twitch, mate. Appreciate it as well, dudes. Welcome in. Me too, Johnny. Yeah, me too. In fact, only like a few weeks ago, I think it was, I bought a pack of Monster and I got ID'd. I'm 24. I'm 25 in a couple months. I mean, I understand it with alcohol. Alcohol, you know, you have to be, what, 18 for that, so... People always say that I look 19, 20, so I can sort of understand that, but... For a monster? Like, come on. Maybe I'll just show my car keys or something. Here's your form of ID. I can legally drive. You get ID'd for energy drinks? Yeah. Yeah. In the UK, you have to be at least 16 to buy energy drinks. Funnily enough, that rule actually got put in place when I turned 16, so... It never mattered to me, at least. But yeah, you had to start getting ID'd after that. Do people perceive getting ID'd as a problem? Like it's literally the law, why are you mad? No, I think it's just more like a joking insult in a way, noob. As in like, wow, are you saying I'm like too young or something? Obviously we know it's the law, you know, we're not actually that serious about it. But we always make a joke about, you know, us looking too young or something. No, it's definitely not a bad law. It's a law I'm perfectly okay with. Very much okay with. It's just like a running joke, essentially. Depends which shop's a dodgy corner shop. No, yeah, that's true. Yeah, dodgy corner shops, they don't give a shit. They don't care. Is those tech sim gear any good? I have heard good things about them. Oh yeah, to be fair, Jam. Everyone says I always look about 5 years younger than I am, so when I get to like 30, 35, I will take that as a big compliment, trust me. Right now, maybe I'll take it to heart a little bit, but when I turn 30, and people will say, wow, you look 23, 24. I'll be like, I don't even do skincare routines. Maybe I'm in the minority because I prefer looking younger. I'm mentally 16 anyways. Aren't we all? Aren't we all, surely? Right, that should do us for FP1 then. Like I said, we are going to bump up that AI to 110 for FP2 as well, so. In my opinion, look about 22. I'll take that. I'll take that. Like I said, I turned 25 in 2 months, so. They mentioned bringing new, cheaper range out to make it more affordable. First I've heard of it. I'll keep my eyes out, though. Might even see if I can get myself one to try out, maybe. Verstappen goes into P2, 5/10 off from us. Yeah, we're definitely way too high on AI. Look at that first sector, by the way. We did a 30.7. Next fastest is a 31.5. Oh, boy. Skincare routine equals water and shower. Basically, yeah. Basically. The thing is, like, with skincare routines and stuff, you put so many things on your face that actually eventually it probably starts to cause more harm than good. If you don't do much and just use, you know, nothing, it actually works out better long term. So the problem is a lot of people start doing their skincare routines at a very young age, so they can't really get out of it, essentially.
It's time to say goodbye as free practice is over.
Average male skincare routine, 12-1 body wash, shampoo, conditioner, coolant, window cleaner, etc. I don't do conditioner. That's the only thing I don't do, really. Window cleaner? It's not bad. Just don't drink it. Don't drink it. Right, that is the end of FP1, ladies and gentlemen, here in Belgium. We do finish up on top by 5/10 for Verstappen and 9/10 for Lando Norris, but like I say, we can definitely go a lot higher on the AIs, so no threat. Lance Stroll and Lewis Hamilton, there we go. Lance Stroll, Lewis Hamilton in that top 5. Pierre Gasly and Perez in the top 7 there as well. Charles Leclerc did the medium tyre. He did a 44.5. Then we've got Ocon and Albon in that top 10. Albon and P10 on the medium tyre there, by the way. That's not bad. Not bad at all. George Russell was quite low there as well. He was on the medium tyre. Same as Carlos Sainz too. So, all right. On to FP2 we go. Kids doing whippets now, so an ID is needed for whipped cream. What the hell's a whippet? What is that? Let's put the AI up real quick. 110. There we go. And let's head into FP2. Let's do this. It might rain this session, but hopefully it won't rain too much. Or maybe away from where we need to be doing our runs. It's raining right now. Good. Very good. It should clear up soon, though. 61% in 10 minutes. Okay. We'll give it 20 minutes, and then we'll head in. Whipped cream cans have gas that make you get high? Really? I mean, I know they have, like, gas in them, but I didn't realize it was a recreational gas. we call it whipped cream as well. To be fair, I mean, some people do call it squatty cream, but we do call it whipped cream too. It's called Galaxy Gas. Really? I never heard of it. If you do it correctly, damn. I mean, there used to be like a running thing in school where people would try and like get high off glue. You know, sniffing glue sticks and PVA glue and stuff like that. People would try and get high off that. Never understood that one. Is it dry now? Yes, it is. Good. Right. Let's go on race strategy then.
There'll be a lack of rubber out on track, so take it easy for the first.
Smell of glue is weird, though. It is. But as if that stops them. Yeah, makes sense, Cake. Makes sense. Back in my day, we got high off good old-fashioned drugs. Kids these days got it good. Yeah, it's too easy for kids these days, huh? Everything's got it in. We had to work hard for it back in our school day. How do you find a good difficulty? I always struggle. You can try using an AI calculator if you're struggling a lot. The problem with the AI in this game is that they vary track to track. They're not always consistent. So finding a stable level is always quite tricky, especially if there's like tracks you're good at and not very good at as well. So I'd recommend maybe an AI calculator though. It gives you a rough idea of where you should be at least. There was a brief yellow flag behind us there, but I think that was just someone Moving out the way. Sim Racing Subs AI calculator is usually very accurate. I think that's one I use as well, maybe. I can't remember which one I used. Maybe, oh, I think it was F1 Laps, actually. I think it was the F1 Laps AI calculator. Red and White website? No, different one. All right. Time should be nice and warmed up. Let's do a few race laps, shall we? Oops. I dive bomb him in turn 1. Each their own, I guess. Yeah, literally noob. Anything for the sales, right? And then you turn around and say, phone contactless payment, please. Because that's the new modern thing, right? Everyone pays to their phone these days. That's still something I haven't done yet. A lot of people put their cards and stuff onto their phone. I'm not comfortable with it, personally. I'm not even comfortable with the whole, like, just general contactless payment. It always makes me a bit anxious. I still like doing it the manual way. Really? Really? What are you doing, Ferrari? Jesus Christ. Was that Charles? Yeah, it was. Charles trying to murder his brother here. You pull out your earbuds and say what you say. It's a fair point. I never get my card out, only my phone. We're definitely moving past, like, the whole wallet era, aren't we? You don't really need a wallet anymore. Unless you, like need to show ID or something like that, but... Final or Inter winning? Should be Inter. What difficulty is the AI? 110. How much force field do you use? I use about 8 Newton meters in my 9. So what, around 85, 90% roughly, something like that. I try, Rift. I try. Why is Bottas on Inters? I think that was the last tire he used. I think it's in the garage still. I hope anyway. I hope. That lap puts P2, by the way. Tell you what, look at the Williams here, chat. Look at the Williams, 2nd and 3rd for both the Willies. Not bad at all. Where am I from? I'm from the southeast England. Oh, shit. Too much inside curb. Leclerc and Williams for GTA 6. It is Arthur Leclerc, mind you. I must say, I love paying cash. I'll be honest, I don't remember the last time I paid for something in cash. Unless I'm at like a car boot sale or something like that. I don't remember the last time I actually paid something with cash. Really? Really? Cash is king? That is the saying. Yeah, I mean, don't get me wrong. I carry a little bit of cash in my wallet as well, but it's still sitting there. I haven't used it. .1 seconds up, damn. Place in China has face scan pay? Really? Oh, not sure about that one. In my school, they had fingerprint scan for like getting meals and stuff. I don't know if they still do that. I assume they do. We had that? Yeah. It definitely was, like, normalized across most schools. My friend's fingerprint never worked. Mine was inconsistent. I'm pretty sure, though. I remember when I,
on the best track in the game.
I appreciate it. Thank you, buddy. I remember when we were setting it up, though, like when they first took my fingerprint scan to upload, I felt like I wasn't in the right position with my scan, so I was a bit nervous as to whether it would actually work or not. And, yeah, mine was very hit and miss. Sometimes it would work, sometimes it wouldn't. Does Charles want to go by here? He might do. Darth J, thanks for following as well, mate. And AJ, thank you much for that 5 months as well, buddy. I appreciate that, dude. Ladies and gentlemen, let's spin chat to welcome AJ into the Instagram for the 5 months as well. Appreciate it, buddy. Thank you. Fingerprint scans? Yeah. Yeah, that was how we got our lunches in school. Do you guys have free school lunch in the UK? No. It was like one of those things that our current government was planning on doing, but I don't think they ever got around to it. You have a colleague at work called Arthur? Is he in Belgium right now? By any chance? Arthur Job. Very good. Very good. W, Dad, yeah. I'd agree with that. My dad would head to Tesco before school and buy me a meal deal for school. Meal deals, I mean, meal deals are goated. Meal deals are what keeps this country together, you know? Nothing hits the same as a BLT, a packet of crisps, and a drink. Oh, God. That was way too wide there. Yeah, with club cards are the important piece there. How many Jack Doohan fans do you think exists? Probably Australians. I'm sure the Australians love Jack and Oscar. One more lap, and then that'll do us for the racetrack. It's been pretty successful so far. Which supermarket does the best meal deal? Probably Tesco, to be fair. Although I do like Morrison's as well. Jack is English. He speaks English, but he's Australian. He's from Australia, mate. Jan goes Waitrose. I wouldn't put it past him. Maybe M&S. I can say that Flavio sure doesn't like him. I mean, I think it's very obvious to say that... What? 6 races, maybe? Before they swap Jack and Franco? I think it's pretty guaranteed, isn't it? Poor Jack. Yeah, poor Jack indeed. He'll probably go back to being reserve driver for Alpine, but it'll be tough to say if we'll ever get a look in after this season. It's not as if Alpine are notorious for, you know, looking after their drivers or anything, is it? 43-1. Actually did a PB right at the end there. Nice. All right. Good 5 laps there. Not bad at all. Made a little mistake in that second to last one, but overall, very, very decent. Ever heard of Bucky's? I'm going to say no, Mason. Morrison's pizza are pretty good. Morrison's actually make their pizza fresh, Nico. So. I don't know why I like Jack so much, but I made a whole TikTok account about him. Fair enough. We all had our idols growing up, I guess. Buses? I don't know what that is. Buses? Bucky's? I don't know. But what is it? Bucky's.
This looks so awesome.
Appreciate it, Fox. Thank you, mate. Bucky's. What is Bucky's? It's a kid's restaurant with arcade and shit. What? That sounds fucking awesome. Is there like an adult version of that? I very quickly realized that as soon as I said that, it sounded a bit weird. Best gas station to ever exist. It's a gas station? It's got everything there. Oh boy. I guess the adult version would just be that, but alcohol, right? Leclerc 1-2 again. We can't keep away from each other. We cannot stay away from each other. Fox with the follow as well. Thank you, Fox, for the follow. Appreciate you, man. Sounds like a large service stop. I mean, we do have, like, big service stations in the UK and stuff. My favorite service station in the UK that I've been to is the one... Oh, I can't remember the name of the motorway. It's the one that goes past Leicester. Up towards, like, Nottingham and stuff like that. I think it's called, like, Leicester Forest East. And it's like it's a service station that's, like, on a bridge that goes over the motorway. So you can have your KFC or your Burger King, whatever, while watching the cars go by. It's pretty cool, actually. Woodhall Spa. Leicester Services. It's a Leicester... I think it's Leicester Forest East, I think it's called. Best service station is Tebay up here, class. If I'm ever around that area, Jerry, I'll keep it in mind. Fair enough, Humble. Fair enough. How long Liam Lawson drives a Red Bull? I'd say he gets through the season, but I think they'll change again for 2026. Who it'll be, I don't know, but... I love the gas station in Dover. No, it's expensive. Any gas station that's near an entry point to the UK is usually expensive. KFC watching traffic is class. It's great. You get to car spot. You get to see, like, all the road rage incidents. You get to see the police flying up and down the motorway. It's wonderful. Until you have to drive on the motorway, then it's less wonderful. But the point of watching it is pretty good. Right, we have 3 soft tires available. So I think we're going to go and bash out a few qualifying laps real quick. We'll go 3.1 laps there. Domino's has stuffed crust now, by the way. They've always had stuffed crust.
Okay, guys, everyone be aware the car's ready to go.
You're right, Vince Forest East? Yeah, it's a great service station. I like it. It is a little pricey, obviously, because it is, you know, on the motorway, but anytime I have any work up north, it's usually about less than 45 minutes away from my sites, and on the way home as well. So we literally just stop by there and grab lunch/dinner, depending on what time it is. When am I coming to South Africa? Maybe when they bring it to F1. I wish I could play this game, but I don't have an F1 setup. You don't need an F1 setup to play this game. You can play it on controller. I want a sim setup. Any tips? What's your budget? How much you're willing to spend? Keyboard and mouse it? That's the last resort alternative. Am I crazy but Pizza Hut is better than Domino's? Ooh. I always enjoyed eating it at Pizza Hut because I love the salad bar. That was always great. I do like Domino's pizza though. Get off me, cud. You've got steering wheel and pedals already?
Okay, just 2 laps of
Question
fuel
still
remaining
applies
now.
though. Because if you have a pretty decent sized budget, you can go and upgrade to like a big Mazda R12 maybe. If your budget's a bit smaller, you might be looking at T300s. A lot of the time, the main point is always the budget. How much you're willing to spend on it. Because, as we all know, sim racing is, unfortunately, a pretty pricey hobby, so it's not a cheap hobby. Is F124 worth it? If you can find it on a good deal, or if you can get it on Game Pass or EA Play, then yes. Otherwise, wait for 25. Because we're only about 2.5 months, maybe, away from F125 now, so I am not in hot lap mode. Whoops. I keep finding myself understeering too much in that corner. I don't know if I need to, like, turn in a bit earlier or back off the throttle a bit more. Ah, that wasn't flat out. I'm not able to take that, no name the way I want it to. Thoughts on Forza Motorsport? Used to be amazing, not so great now. The OG Forzas were amazing. A6 said they're releasing a budget level base wheel cockpit and pedals for all under 1200. Cockpit included. For less than 1200. Damn. Is that the right drive? Could have actually burnt some more battery on that lap as well. But 7/10, 42.4 puts us back to P1. A Leclerc 1-2 continues. And we had a rainbow lap there as well. Did I see the new Ace Tech pedals? No. There's a lot of talk about Ace Tech today. I've heard nothing. What's happened while I started my stream? Something must have happened. Everyone's talking Ace Tech all of a sudden. Need some more research on it. Sounds too good to be true. For 1200 and getting all of that, like an entire setup basically, something definitely a bit... There's definitely a catch, isn't there? I will not be there, Jam. No offense. 2 new hydraulic active feedback pedals. Okay. You have my attention. How much we're talking? I do like me some active pedals. Yours for only 1k. Well, that's a problem, isn't it? $1,000 for a pair of pedals. $700 for the cheaper ones. I'm sure they're amazing. I really am. But I'm not paying... I'm not paying $1,000 for pedals right now. Active pedals are definitely one of the best kinds you can get. They're so, so good. You feel absolutely everything with them. But, yeah, for 1k, yeah. I don't know how much Mazda's active pedals are going to be, but they're the ones I'm keeping my eyes out for right now. Opinion on the Arsenal game? Bit of a whitewash. Fairly straightforward game, all things considered. I wasn't expecting it to be, but it was. Feeling a dub at Spa. Our pace so far looks pretty good, doesn't it? Our pace so far is looking pretty strong. The AI here are a bit weak, but we'll ignore that bit. Not our fault. I took the pedals off my bike and they work brilliantly. How did you get that linked up to a PC? Or whatever console you play on? You don't have an air fryer or a microwave. How? We actually only recently got an air fryer, to be fair. Only in the last couple months. Worst F1 driver in the last 5 years? Probably Mazepin, isn't it? Probably Mazepin. Oh, JT. Right. How are we looking so far? 3/10 up on Charles so far. It's not too bad at all. Thing is, we only got one purple sector. It's that final sector. The middle and first sector, we were quick in that first sector. but didn't go purple. So, all right, we've got 2 more tires. We'll do 2 more runs, and then that'll be us done for
Standing by.
practice. Now, Sergeant Latifi actually scored points. At least he actually scored points at some point. Mazepin didn't even do that. Mazepin came into the sport, crashed a few times, said that the clouds in Russia are different to everywhere else, and then bounced when Russia invaded Ukraine. that was a train of events, basically. It was a very quick year. Arguably, Mazepin is the most disappointing driver. Yeah, I mean, yeah, in that sense, you're correct, but the argument was who is the worst driver. In terms of expectation, then, yeah, I would agree with you, to be fair. But in terms of their abilities, Mazepin probably is the worst. I'd say Sargent's most disappointing in recent years. Was there a lot of expectation about Sargent, though? Because, like I say, if we're going to talk disappointing, then usually you have some sort of expectation in a driver when they arrive, and I don't think Sargent really had a lot of expectation. As an American, yes. I mean, from someone outside of America, I looked at Logan Sargent and I thought, well, I'm not expecting much, I'm not gonna lie. It was time to stop because he was American. I mean, if that's the quota, then fair enough, but I didn't really have a lot of expectation of him, so. Who is the most disappointing driver, though, chat, actually? Who actually is the most disappointing driver? Nick de Vries is actually a decent shout. I don't think it's a bad driver, but it was definitely disappointing. We'll say recent years as well. Like last 6, 7, 8, that sort of time. Most disappointing Verstappen. Okay. Okay. Pietro Fittipaldi. Good shout. That's definitely a good shout. Who have I got winning the championship this year? Lando, I think. Lando or Charles. Perez is up there. I was thinking Perez, to be honest.
Only driver
but
I can think of.
End of the day, Perez still got a good few wins, you know, and plenty of podiums. Obviously, that amazing race in Sakira as well. In his final years, definitely disappointing. I'd agree with that. But I don't know about everyone else, you know. I think over his career, I don't think it was disappointing. Charles isn't a great driver. He's just a thirst trap. All right. As long as he gets Ferrari a few likes, I'm sure they don't care. Comment coming in with the 8 months as well. Thank you much comment for the 8 months, dude. Appreciate that, man. There's a little bit early in the brakes in the final hairpin. Or the bus stop. But good exit. A little bit of improvement. 416. Not too bad. Any improvement's an improvement. I assume you meant Jolyon Palmer, right? Jolyon Palmer is your disappointing driver. Guido van der Garde? Honestly, completely forgot about him. I believe in you, Nico. I believe in you. Nico Hulkenberg, 0 podiums. Did Hulkenberg ever really have a car that could actually compete for podiums, though? Because in terms of, like, the cars he drove, he's done well, all things considered. Renault? I mean, that Renault still was... It was quick, but it was very unreliable. Back in, what was it, 2019, 2020, whatever it was? And they had their black and yellow livery. I don't think Hulk's a disappointment, in my opinion. I agree that he probably should have had a podium by now. I think even in Hockenheim, 2019, he could have had a podium there if he didn't win it too, but I don't know. I don't think he's had a disappointing career or anything like that. I think he's always done very well for the teams he drove for. Even recently with Haas, before he moved to Sauber, he was doing quite well with them too, so. Ricciardo's a great shout. I don't know. Yeah, I know, Wager, I feel for him. What up, Jenny? How's it going, mate? Okay. Similar to Perez, Ricciardo was disappointing with how he had a downfall. However, over his entire career, I don't think you can call it disappointing. In his final few years, I agree. Definitely disappointing. But I think over the length of his career and stuff and, like, his time at Red Bull, for the most part, he was always a very solid driver. Since that move to McLaren, he just completely fell off, essentially. And yes, since then, it was disappointing. I think there's a little bit of recency bias on that, I'm not gonna lie. Nico was bait, but Danny Rick was disappointing. How can you say that? At least with Nico, you had the argument of him not getting a podium. Ricciardo has wins. Multiple. If anything, you should be thinking the other way around there. Should I get the SF1000 or the FSR2? FSR2. Ecosystem of mods is a lot better. I think Lando Norris, Danny. Should have had championships. He never had a car that could compete for a championship. Literally, Mercedes had the best car throughout the entire regulation periods when Ricciardo was at Red Bull. When disappointing career choices then. You're clutching, Jam. I'm not gonna lie. You're clutching. 2020 Albon was disappointing, but look at him now. Yeah, I mean, Albon's thriving at a less pressure team. I'm just being stubborn. I can tell. I can tell. Yeah, Pastor Maldonado in mind. Yeah, I mean, I guess no one expected much from him, though. Right, fresh soft tire.
Check's complete. Everyone be aware, we've got a car leaving the garage.
Bianchi is an awful shout. Very, very, very bad shout. Time for Hail Mary, Sonoda. Is that genuine noob or is that bait? Mazepin's definitely up there to be the worst. We're not talking about worst driver right now, though. We were. However, we're now talking about the most disappointing driver. So someone who had a lot of expectation but didn't deliver. Absolute bait, or is it? I'm going to say yes. I hope so, at least, anyway. Fernando, when it came to his career choices, I mean, if his career choices get him 2 world championships, then I'm sure he's not going to complain. Mass is trying to sue his way to a championship. I heard that the trial for that is in, like, is it October or September or something this year? I would be extremely surprised if anything came from that.
Okay, just 2 laps of fuel
Mick, hate to say it. You know what, Cake, right? I agree with you. That's actually a very good shout. Mick Schumacher was very disappointing. That's actually a really good shout. I think everyone had a lot of hope and expectation on Mick because, you know, not only did he carry his father's name, which is something, but he did also look pretty good coming up to F1 as well. However, when he came to F1, it was a big letdown. Big, big letdown. So I can agree with that. What's he arguing in court for? The 2008 World Championship. He thinks Crashgate basically stopped him from winning the championship, so he's trying to claim what's his, or what he believes is his. Like I say, I very much doubt anything will come of it, but who knows. However, if something does come of it, maybe expect Lewis Hamilton to try for 2021. Maybe. 17 years later. If it means it's a world championship, I'm sure he doesn't care. Nowhere near enough inside curb on that. Look comment section. Hamilton 1008 though. Yeah, well that's what he's trying to argue against. He believes the whole Crashgate thing that happened in Singapore is the reason he lost the championship. So he's trying to argue against that. He's not arguing against Hamilton. He's arguing against the Crashgate thing. I can't do that corner flat out right now. Does the wheel have any resistance? I would hope so for the amount I paid for it. Not the fact Ferrari messed up several pit stops over the year. I mean, there was a lot of factors throughout that entire season, really, wasn't there? But like I say, if Massa is somehow successful in that, I could definitely see Lewis Hamilton at some point trying to get 2021 back. Could definitely see that happening. It would be setting the precedent, which is the problem, I think, right? There's always if, buts, and maybes. F1 cars have power steering, right? Yes. I gotta shoot my shot here. I think Nico Rosberg. Yes, he was a good driver, but immediately dipping is such a letdown. I do see where you're coming from, but again, I don't think you can call a world champion a disappointing driver, right? That is the idea about expectation versus reality. Rosberg was actually a good driver. Why don't F2 cars have power steering? I don't know. That's one for Google, that one. Yeah, Rosberg literally won the championship and then dipped straight after. And he's younger than Hamilton, too. I think it's like a year or two younger than him. He literally got that 2016 championship and then called it a day. It'd have been interesting to see what happened if he did stay, though. In a parallel universe, maybe there's an answer, but it'd have been very, very interesting to see what would have happened if he did stay at Mercedes for another couple years. Nigel Mansell's a disappointed driver. Where is he now? Should be on the grid. Fair enough. It's that mustache, isn't it? Does things to you. Bottas maybe had the chance to win more races. Do love him, though. Bottas was alright. I wouldn't say it was disappointing, because, again, I don't think a lot of people had high expectations of Bottas, so he was an okay driver. I wasn't a massive fan of him, personally. F1 cars only got power steering quite recently. I don't think it was quite recent. I think it's been a while now since we've had power steering in F1. But, yeah. Now, F2 cars, generally speaking, are a lot slower, so maybe that's why, but I also think Kimi Antonelli will be a letdown for quite a few races. I think anyone who has high expectations of Kimi right now is probably delusional, to be honest with you. I don't think anyone's expecting too much from Kimi in his first season. He's definitely got, like, a lot of general hype about him. Did a job when he finally got to be himself after he left Merck? Oh, for sure. Yeah, he definitely was able to express himself more, wasn't he? Oh, man. Google said it was for driver development. Fair enough. Bottas was more of a wingman to Lewis? Basically, yeah. He was a bit more of a yes man than anything, wasn't he? He would just do what he was told, essentially. He wouldn't really listen to their team too much. To be fair, he did listen to the team a lot, actually. He was a very team driver. Even Toad's Rail have a few crashes? Yeah. I mean, at the end of the day, look, I think over qualifying, Anthony will be very quick. But it's the race pace for me that'll be a bit concerning. His consistency. It'll take a few years before he really is a true contender, for sure. Like I say, I think anyone who's expecting Antonelli to be a world champion in the first couple years is... I don't know what to say. I don't know what the right word to use is, but... yeah. No one's expecting much. No one's expecting much. They shouldn't, at least. Current power steering system was 2005, so not recently. Yeah, I didn't think so. I knew it'd been around for a while at least. Who do you have as top 5 drivers ever? Oh boy, here we go.
And that's it. Practice is officially
Schumacher,
over.
Hamilton,
Next
Senna.
time, goodbye.
It's always tough for 4th and 5th, isn't it? It's always tough for 4th and 5th. Vettel is obviously like a contender. There's a lot of contenders, really, isn't there? You've got, in recent times, you obviously got Verstappen, who's had 4 world championships now. You have Vettel. You know, you've got Prost, who's an argument there as well. Lauda. There's a lot of contenders. Low-key Max. Max is definitely a contender for that top 5, 100%. Like, I said, I think it was around this time last year, or maybe 2 years ago, I said that if Max ever gets, like, 4 world championships, he'd be a top 5 driver, in my opinion. But, I don't know. Now that those years have passed, I still don't know. It's tough. Very, very tough. In the meantime, Arthur Leclerc does finish up on top here, though. We do finish 6 tenths up on Charles Leclerc in 2nd. Lewis Hamilton 3rd. Russell, Perez, Albon in that top 6. Albon's looking very good so far this weekend. I'm expecting a good result from him as it goes. Piastri, Tsunoda, Gasly, and Sainz complete that top 10. You can see the rest of the finishes there as well. Lots of medium tyres down here, so... All right, good stuff. Jim Clark. Yeah. I mean, I'm not gonna... I want to say I'm not going to put in a driver who I've never watched before, but then the same argument would go for the likes of Senna, because I never watched Senna. So, you know, I can't put someone from the 50s in, because, like, it was the first 10 years of F1. If it wins after Nui, for sure. I mean, to be fair, I mean, 2024 wasn't much of Nui. I think 2024 was arguably Verstappen's most impressive championship. Because for the most part of the season, he didn't have the strongest car. But yeah. I don't know, it's tough. It's tough. The guy the Canadian GP track is named after. Villeneuve, Jacques Villeneuve. Well, sorry, the track's named after Gilles Villeneuve, actually. Not Jacques Villeneuve, but... Yeah, I don't know. I don't know. Right, let's skip forward FP3 then, shall we? We've got one thing to do here. That's just the fuel management. And then that'll wrap us up for practice, I think. Should be done and dusted. 21 and 24 is best, definitely. 22 and 23 for the most part was a breeze. 23, 100% was a breeze. 22, not so much a breeze, but quite a breeze. Because obviously he had that early pressure from Leclerc in 22, but after that was fairly comfortable. But yeah, the entirety of 23 was more about Red Bull than Max, in my opinion. Red Bull had a flyer of a car. Very, very good car. I mean, people were putting up for debate about the greatest car of all time alongside, like, the W11 and stuff, so... And the F2004. Not sure if I'd go that far, but... It was a very deadly combo in 2023, sorry. He had fast for 75% of the season, literally, yeah. And basically got a podium almost every race, too. It was, yeah. A very deadly combination of a very fast driver and a very fast car. And I'm sure we'll see it again in the future from someone, whether it be Verstappen or not. Who knows, but yeah. He had fastest 75%. Oh, in F1 in 22, sorry, right, got you. So I thought you meant like fastest lap or something in the 2023 season. But yeah, no, yeah, Verstappen had the fastest car for sure throughout 2023. Best car of the regulation? Of this regulation? I mean, yeah, the Red Bull, no doubt. If we're talking all regulations, then yeah, there's a lot of cars up for debate. Right, without further ado, ladies and gentlemen, I think it's time to get ourselves ready for qualifying here in Spa-Francorchamps. We do have the AI at 110 here. Now, quali pace was looking very good. So could we try and go for pole position here? That'd be something, wouldn't it, here in Belgium? But Q1 about to start. Let's get ourselves ready, locked in, and hopefully produce a worldly qualifying session ready for the race right after. Let's do this, ladies and gentlemen. Q1 up first.
High speed straights, heady elevation.
I think it was W11, Carter.
It's qualifying day.
I think it was W11. That was part of why the car was so damn fast. Something like that did cool, yeah. McLaren 25 could beat Red Bull. The thing is, I also think, although Red Bull, yes, had a very quick car in 2023, I think a lot of other teams generally struggled in 2023. A lot of teams didn't develop their car as well as Red Bull did. So yes, like Red Bull did do very well in that regulation and they did make the fastest car. But the problem is a lot of other teams didn't even really make a very consistent second place car, you know? Other than McLaren, even McLaren sometimes, you know, still weren't great in 2023. They were more consistent, but they weren't rapid, you know? Compared to the Red Bull. What officials go, mate? Do we need to up the AI? It's already at 110k, Gray. It's already at 110. Right, let's go to... Where are we? Belgium here. There we go. Right, let's set the fuel. 3.1 laps should be perfect. We'll leave the tire pressures they are. They should be fine as well. And we'll get ready for our first laps. I've already answered like twice, Lev. Do I have to do it a third time? Forby coming with that 31 months as well. Appreciate the 41 months, Forby. 31, sorry, not 41. Ladies and gentlemen, just please been chat to welcome Forby into Vince fam for the 31. I appreciate it, buddy. Thank you, man. Do you reckon this year will be the closest year yet? Since 21, definitely. Definitely. Right, let's go to our first lap, shall we? It is a little bit cloudy out here, but no rain's forecast, so. Thank you for the follow as well, Fish. Appreciate you, dudes. Did we take the engine penalties? Ah, fuck. I forgot to completely change the engine, actually. Damn it. We're too busy talking about the greatest F1 drivers of all time, I completely forgot about the engine. Shit. Once we've done this lap, we'll go back into the garage and see where we're at with the engine. Restart the game? I can't, unfortunately. I'll probably straight back into F1. It's a Q1, sorry. I said the FSR too, though, Lev. Game restart will unfortunately put me straight into F1, Q1. So, that's annoying. We'll try to remind you after quality to know it. I think I'm running myself at this point, but yeah. Alright, it is what it is. Let's focus on quality for now. We can't see the engine parts there. I mean, to be fair, it's not that bad, is it, the engine weather? MGUH on 57, IC on 51. It's not great, is it? It's not great. Is George on a lap here? No, he's not. I want to get rid of this traffic. This traffic's annoying me. Come on, George. Thank you. Hello, George. Can you go away, please, Russell? Yeah, I don't know. None of it's yellow. At least they will be soon, though. They'll be orange soon. I don't know. Let's go ahead and do our first lap first, and we'll have to look in the garage and see what we think. All right. Here we go. First lap of the night. Let's focus on this for the time being. See what lap we can put down for our opener. (43.1) for Yuki. Should be beatable. (42.3) for Max. (41.9) for Carlos. Lots of fast times being put down.
We've dropped to P20.
That felt good in no name. Got that car wrapped in a lot better that time. I'm not able to do that flat out yet. You can do that corner flat out. I wonder if it's just the car isn't good enough to be able to do that. Launch one and bus stop to go. Lap feels okay, but let's see. Maybe higher downforce? Yeah, maybe. We're in park for May now, though, so... A little bit too much inside curve in that final corner. Here we go to the line. How's it going to be? 41.7. That's a P1. That is a P1. Posts ahead of Carlos Sainz and Max Verstappen. I think Sainz did a 41.8, I think it was. I used 412. Oh, that's way too high. Way too high rear downforce. Way too high. Have we up the difficulty? Yeah, we're 110. I think Alex Albon's about to complete his laps. Let's see what he does. Here comes Charles to quality next to you. He is finishing up his lap right now, so let's see. Albon's box, actually, so I think he's done his lap. Works fine for you. Well, you'll be a ghost on the straight. Who are we driving as here? Arthur Leclerc. I cannot race 110 of the career. My developments always fail. That's not usually AI related. Gamer, thanks for following Twitch for me. Appreciate you, dudes. Welcome in as well. Hope you're doing good. I think everyone might have done their lap, actually, you know. What AI? Level 110. Or a max AI. I guess that group in the late stages could be on a lap, maybe. I don't know. I doubt it. Good luck, Forby. I haven't updated my sub since October, so maybe I should do that. Yeah, I would. I would. It does sound very time, Charlie, that setup. Seems like the kind of wings you'd see on a time trial around here. I joined Ferrari, but the problem is I can't get past 50% recognition with Charles on the team. Looks like 1 out of the 2 upgrade. Looks like half the upgrades. Yeah, yeah. Joining a team with a driver who's already very reputable is going to be pretty tricky to steal that reputation away from them. Solid from sim racing setups. Sim racing subs use time trial subs. Confirmed. Do you manually up your DRS or do you have it set to auto? I manually do it. Obviously, it does close automatically, but that's normal when you brake and stuff, so... I know you're on 110 AI, but what AI are you? Maybe Verstappen AI. Right, so, yeah, look at that. 2/10 up on Carlos Sainz right now. 41.9 for the Spaniard so far. Alex Albon's in P9 now. He does a 42.4. Charles Leclerc's going to P3 right behind his teammate. 41.991 for the Monegasque. So, yeah, I think we are probably safe to say... we are through to Q2, right? We're 1.5 seconds up on Danny Ricciardo in P16, so... I want to say we're good. I want to say we're good. The first sector, we're getting purple. The final sector, we're getting purple. We do lose out that middle sector, which I guess makes sense, because we do have a very strong powertrain car, and not quite a strong aerodynamic car, so... yeah. All right. Let's skip down to the last few minutes then, but I think that'll be the end of Q1 for us. Yes, Jam, it is, yeah. I believe you can maybe buy bundles, but... yeah, it's per track. A bit like how you do on iRacing and stuff, for example. Actually, on iRacing, you should get bundles, to be fair. But on ACC, you can get either or. Zandra, thanks for following Twitch, mate. Appreciate you, dudes. Welcome in as well. What up, Mark? Are there subs on sim racing subs made by esports drivers? No. Definitely not. Definitely not. That's one way of putting it, okay, Chris, for sure. All right, 2 minutes and 20 seconds left to go. Lots of drivers heading out for another lap here. I think almost the entire grid, actually, is heading out for another lap, other than the Ferraris, from what I can see. Maybe the Red Bulls, too. Right, let's go on board with... who should we go on board with? Maybe a Lance Stroll. Is he up close to the front, maybe? No, he's a little bit further back, actually. Let's go Lewis Hamilton. Where's Lewis right now? Lewis is P10. Let's see what the 7-time can do. I need to learn how to make my own setups. That's the difficulty with this game. There's a big meta about setups. A big meta. It's just about understanding that meta. Obviously, wings will change track per track, but a lot of the time, like, for example, the spatial geometry is always the same. Same as tire pressures and brake pressure and that sort of thing. Just stare at his setup screen until he forgets it. Diff as well. Yeah, most of the time diff is the same. It changed a little bit on weather dependent, but most of the time it's the same. 30.9 first sector for Lewis. That was a few tenths slower than us, I think. Let's see how his middle sector is. .43.1 in the middle. That's a few tenths faster, so he might be even on delta with this. Depends on his final sector now. It's still very grey out here. Just the bus stop to go for the Mercedes driving out. How's it going to be on the exit? It's going to be a 42.1. Puts him up to P5. Good improvement for Lewis Hamilton. He jumps up a good 5 places. Is anyone else going to improve their lap time here and go ahead of us? I don't think so, to be honest with you. Yeah, Lewis got a really good middle sector. 43.127. Fastest of the entire grid so far. Oscar Piastri wedges his McLaren into P4. At the moment, it's Williams, Ferrari, McLaren, and I think that'll wrap up for Q1, and I think we finished on top. We did. We did finish up on top, ladies and gentlemen, in Q1, starting as we mean to go on this weekend. We're on a 41.7, 2.5 tenths faster than Carlos Sainz. A great start to Q1, and hopefully some more of the same for Q2 here as well. Charles Leclerc in P3 right now as well. Fernando Alonso in P4. Piastri, Norris, Hamilton, Albon in P8 there as well. Good improvement for the Williams. Faster than both the Red Bulls. Very good stuff from Alex Albon. Hopefully he can continue that for Q2. But obviously the Red Bulls didn't do a second setup. So, a second lap, sorry. But yeah, both Red Bulls in 9th and 10th. Russell in 11th there as well. Stroll in 12th. Both the Alpines in 13th to 14th. Bottas getting through to Q2 in P15. And then leaving us in Q1 will be Nico Hulkenberg, Yuki Tsunoda, Danny Ricciardo, Zhou Guanyu, and Kevin Magnussen. So fairly regular candidates being knocked out in Q1. And ladies and gentlemen, it's time for Q2. A great start to the qualifying session. Hopefully we can continue it for Q2. Let's keep it going. Check the engine. It's a good idea, to be fair. Let's have a look. Vehicle. So the ICE we're using right now is at 52%. That can get through this weekend. MGK is on 41. MGH on 57. Energy Store 47, 49, 43, 16. We can get through this weekend with this stuff. The MGUH is probably the only worry. A 1 MGUH unit can result in further overheating. And I assume less charge as well. Do you have engine failures on? No, but that doesn't stop you from getting failures when your stuff's too high. You'll still get failures if your engine wears too high. Even if you have it off. Your downforce is good enough to survive. If you're qualifying top 5, swap one part. The thing is, we're in park for main now, noob. So I think if you change one single part, I think you start at the back of the grids. It's tough, isn't it? It's tough. I think we're going to have to try and power through. Our qualifying is looking strong so far, so I don't know if we want to try and risk it and start P20. I think we'll roll with it for now. Favorite car in ACC? I've not played ACC in a while, but the last time I played it, I really liked the M4, so. Gonna need new parts anyway, though, so might as well take a full set of new parts. Yeah. Well, that's what I'm saying. Like, do we just wait for Monza? That's the question, I guess. Let's use an old tire for the first lap, obviously. And head out for our first lap in the meantime.
All set. We're ready to go. So let's get the car out onto the track.
I would very much like to try and get through to Monza. But the problem is we've got Zandvoort up next as well, so it's going to be sketchy. Do I play any other games like Marvel Rivals or anything? No, I didn't really enjoy my other rivals. There's not really a lot I'm playing off stream at the moment. Ferrari 296 and ACC is hot. It is, to be fair, yeah. I like the 296 as well. The 296 is always a good car. Do you play with 60 FPS? I use VSync, which I think is set to 75 Hertz, so. To kind of play a game called Repo. I mean, I don't like religiously play it though. We played it twice. Do I like story mode games? Yeah. I like story mode games. I actually recently finished playing Avowed, so that was fun. I enjoyed that. Do not play Warzone. I don't intend on it. I don't intend on it. Rex, thanks for following Twitch, mate. Appreciate it. Welcome in as well. Then immediately asked to play a third. Yeah, we didn't, though. I could have played on my own if I really wanted to. What do you think about the F2 mode? It's a bit boring, in my opinion. There's not much to an F2, especially in career modes. They're all right to drive. I don't mind driving them, but yeah, there's not really a lot to it. Yeah, Repo is a good game. I need a little more tire temp. Try and drag these tires a bit more. I'll do. Alright, whole lap on. Let's get a good exit out the final hairpin here as well. Alright. 41.7 for Carlos Sainz. Bit of an improvement on what he did in Q1. Here we go for our lap. A little bit of a rear lock, but held under control. What am I hoping for in F125? A better handed model, ideally. Oops, that's a little bit deep again. Yeah, I can't duck on a flat out at the moment. I gotta stop trying it. It's gonna cost me more time trying to do it than if I just take it as I should. Correct, Rex, yeah. Right, final straight. Blanchimont, bust up. Let's see if we can try and get near the top with this lap. It might be a little bit slower than Carlos is, but should be good enough, I think. Here we go over the line. Ooh, P3. Oh, Charles Leclerc did a 41.4, actually. Wow. The Ferrari's finding a bit of time in Q2, then. It's a Ferrari 1-2 after the first laps. We merge ourselves into P3, though. Norris and Alonso directly behind us. And I think most people probably have done their laps at this point as well, so I think P3 should be enough to get us through to Q3, shouldn't it? But it depends on the lap times at the moment. There's still a couple cars coming in the final corners, so we'll see if they improve and go ahead of us. Who do you have as the best streamer? Me. I struggle to brake without the racing line. How do you know where to brake? It's all about knowing your reference points. Albon P4, chat! Alex Albon into P4! Yo, the Williams are cooking. The Williams are actually cooking. Is there anyone else yet to cross the line? I'm not sure. Look at this, though. Ferrari versus Williams. Not bad, is it? Not bad. Starting to feel like a prime Williams coming through here. Ourselves in third. Alex Albon in fourth. We know this car has a lot of good straight line speed, and I think we're seeing it. A blast from the past, right? James Vowles has changed this team. I'm not sure if these this Mercedes and Red Bull coming in that final corner on a lap or not. I'm not too sure. We'll see. We're still P3, so... Okay, I think they went behind us. Do you think Aston will win race in 2026? I hope so. I have some high expectations, so... I very much hope so. James Vowles shook hands with the devil. It's only explanation. Maybe. Right. Here we go then. Look at that, chat. Ferrari 1-2. Williams 3-4. That's a sight to behold, isn't it? That is a sight to behold. Our straight line speed is cooking right now. We did a 30.4 in the first sector, then a 27.6 in the final, and then losing everything in the middle sector. To be fair, I did make a couple of little mistakes in the middle sector, so I don't think it's as big as it actually is. But yeah, 7 tenths down the middle sector doesn't look too pretty, does it? Either way, we are currently 8 tenths up on Lance Stroll in P11 right now. Oscar Piastri, Pierre Gasly, Esteban Ocon, and Valtteri Bottas are all in that bottom 5 as it stands as well. So, not looking bad, is it? Not looking bad. Times be a cock blocking Q1 and Q2, put the close together, right? So what we want to see is the two look close together. We're already 700ths off from him, so if we do another lap, we probably will go ahead of him. Whether we'll beat Charles or not is a different question. A fresh soft tyre does say it'll go just under 4 tenths faster, which is about the gap right now to Charles. So it would be a Leclerc off, wouldn't it, for pole position? Right, 5.5 minutes to go. I think that lap might be good enough for Q3, chap. Like I say, we're about 7-8 tenths up on Lance Stroll in P11. I think we're pretty good. Where do we stand in the championship? 4th right now. Let's go down to the last few minutes and see what happens. So we've got Norris. Let's go this way. We've got Albon, Perez. Oh, everyone from 4th and below is going out for a lap here. Max in P9 is going for another lap. He needs a big one here. Chat, what do we do? Do we go out? Do we stay in? We have got tyres available. Go out, you reckon? We've got time. Stay in like a Chad. I kind of want my ego driven, though. Can I see times? We're 3.5 tenths off from Charles. We need to go out now if we want to go, though. Stay in. We're about 8 tenths up on P11. 2 minutes 30. We're getting a bit tight. I think I'm going to stay in. If we can save a set of softs, though, that would be very, very good. Very, very good. No shot they improved by almost 3/4 of a second. I'd be surprised, but you never know. You never know. All right, let's see. Lando Norris is the man who is leading the train. Let's see how his time is then. What can the McLaren do here? Keep around the center times. It's usually the middle sector where they're a lot quicker, so... Worst case scenario, take those engine parts, it doesn't matter anyway. It's true. That is true. Doesn't help that they lift through a Rouge. First sector. He did a 30.9 before. 30.8 this time around. Decent first sector for Lando Norris. Doesn't go purple, though. Bit of a lock up on that front right, heading into The hairpin. Lifting at 110 AI? Yeah. You should never be lifting through a Rouge. It does lift through Puon, though. Yeah, but it's also a good day to maybe try and get a win. Like, guaranteed, though. 42.8 in the middle sector. That's a very good middle sector. Wow. That's almost a second quicker than us in the middle sector. Lando's on a flyer here, I think. Lando's on a flyer. Could go P1 with this lap time. Oh, that traction, you can hear it. No. Only P5 for Lando. Wow. I thought that middle sector would be more than enough to get him into the top spot. But somehow he didn't actually improve. He had a bad final sector for the looks of it, actually. 28-2. Yeah, fair. He had a very decent... actually, his first sector was a bit off as well, wasn't it, actually? Fair enough. All right, let's see. Are we through to Q3? Yes, we are. We are in P4, ladies and gentlemen. We get through comfortably to Q3. Charles Leclerc on top. Max Verstappen improved his lap time to split the two Ferraris apart with Carlos Sainz in third. And then look at that. It's a Williams fourth and fifth. You love to see it. Over a 10th separating us. But a P4 and a P5 for Williams in Q2 is very, very good. Lando Norris in the P6 then. Sergio Perez in P7. Fernando Alonso has a 5-place grid penalty as well as being in P8. So as it stands, if he finishes in that area, he might be outside the top 10. Let's have a look at what that penalty was for. Illegal blocking. All right. Fair enough. Fernando Alonso has a 5-place grid penalty then, so wherever he finishes in Q3, he will drop 5 spots for the start of the race. George Russell in P9, Oscar Piastri in P10 there as well. They're all through to Q3. Leaving us in Q2 then will be Lance Stroll. Lewis Hamilton in that Mercedes is knocked out as well. Not good news for him at all. Not seen him knocked out in Q2 in this game for a good bit, actually. Pierre Gasly, Valtteri Bottas, and Esteban Ocon, as expected, are knocked out as well. But Lewis Hamilton, P12, not good at all for the 7-time world champion. He will not be taking any further part in qualifying here in Belgium. Without further ado, ladies and gentlemen, it's time for the final qualifying session, the shootout, the Leclerc off here in Spa-Francorchamps. Gonna say that a few times in real life? Yeah. Yeah, we are. 2-0 Inter? Oh, boy. Right. We do have ourselves a couple of fresh softs here, chat. We have a couple of fresh softs. And I think we're going to use them to try and go for pole position here, because I think we've got the pace. The Williams looks very quick here. And our pace so far this weekend has been very strong. So I think we're going to try and gun for that pole position if we can get it. Would it be our first? I think it'll be our first pole position, right? If we get pole here. That'd be a great achievement to a track like this. All right. Let's head out for our first lap.
All the checks complete. We're ready to go.
Car should be good to go. There you go, ladies and gentlemen. Will we qualify in the top 3? Prediction up in the chat right now. Will we qualify in the top 3 here in Belgium? We definitely got a pole before. I don't know where. I think we did an F2, I think. But I don't know if we got one in F1. I can't remember. I think in Monaco we were P2, weren't we? Even though we got the same lap time as Verstappen. I think that was our best qualifying position, though. I'll let this Ferrari go, actually. Come on, Charles. I'm being a good brother right now. I'm going to let you go. Just so I can steal your toe. Miami pole? Did we get pole in Miami? Oh. Oh, yeah, we did, actually. We did because of the changing weather. You're right. It was Miami. The weather changed up towards the end and we benefited the most, didn't we? And it got us pole position. Finished P2 as well. So if we get pole here, it'll be our second pole. Someone's got good memory. Come on, Charles. You don't want my toe. My toe smells. I don't wash my toe. specifically so everyone can stay away from it. Flee! Be gone with you! Poland, Austria? Don't think so. Don't remember. We get Poland, Austria, chat? Oh, we might have got a sprint pole, actually. I think in the sprint race we got pole. I don't think we did in the actual Grand Prix, though. Yeah, I know. Way to go. Sprint pole that was? Yeah. Yeah, it doesn't go into the books, does it? All right, here we go. 9 minutes to go in the session. First lap of the night. Let's try and get a good lap down here. Come on, Cyrus. Did you win a race in this career mode? Yep. We've won 2, I think. One in Monaco and Austria. Oh. Surfing across that curb. Nearly 3 in Silverstone, yeah. $41.8 for Oscar. $41.7 for Fernando, sorry. $41.3 for Max. Let's see where we go. Across the line. Oh, P2. Oh, the Leclerc brothers can't stay away from each other, can they? Alex Albon P4 as well. This Williams has pace, man. This Williams has pace. We are genuine pole contenders here. Verstappen's putting a really good lap there. Is that fresh? Yeah, that was a fresh tyre. I think without surfing that curb, that's an extra, what, 10th and a half? 2 tenths maybe? It's going to be close to this final lap, isn't it? It's going to be really, really close. Verstappen so far, though, setting the pace in Q3. Arthur in 2nd, Charles in 3rd. Albon in 4th right now as well, with Alonso in 5th. This Williams means business this weekend. Yep, not this time, noob. Unless he throws up a surprise all of a sudden. This is your track of expecting pole. I'm doing my best. Unfortunately, we've got a mad Dutchman in the lead right now. Is this your first season with Arthur? First F1 season, yeah. We did do an F2. We started in F2, obviously, as well. So it depends if you count that as the first season or not. We consider it more like the prologue, but... the season 0. Leclerc, Max, Carlos top 3 and not specifying which Leclerc. What if both Leclerc's top 3 though? What if? Right, less than 6 minutes to go. Gonna be a spicy last lap, isn't it? What up, Mix? It's gonna be a very spicy last lap. Definitely a better time to find with that outside curb at Lecombe. Any weather coming? No, it should stay dry this weekend. Should stay dry from start to finish. Both in qualifying and the race. I wonder if Alex Albon could try and sneak inside that top 3, you know? Him being P4. Definitely some possibilities, isn't there? Definitely some possibilities. Alright, in we go. In we go. Whenever you're ready, guys. We got time. We're fine. Cut class signs. I tell you what, I'm seeing a lot of number 2s in the chat, by the way. I'm a little concerned there's not enough number 1s. Lack of believers here. Where my believers at? Right. Let's get the new soft tire on, which is apparently about a tenth quicker. That's just you. Buck's a noob as well. Buck's a noob too. So we did go fast in the first sector. We did go fast in the final sector, but just as in previous sessions, that middle sector right now is holding us back. We're about a tenth and a half off from Max Verstappen. 89% of points are on yes. Oh, so basically you guys just put in like 5 points to try and scam it all. Is that what you've done? That's what I'm seeing. Alex Albert wasn't too far off actually, you know, being in P4. He was only less than 800 off from us in that position. Charles Leclerc obviously wedged between us too, so it's close. It's very, very close right now. 4 minutes to go, so the soft tires are bolted on. What we'll also do is we're going to put minimum fuel in the car, 2.2 laps. We don't need to do an in-lap this time around, so we can probably save a bit of weight in the car. That should help us out throughout the lap. I can hear the cars being dropped down to the ground. We'll wait until about the 3-minute mark, and then we'll head out for our final lap as well. It's valid, Bucks. You're a businessman. I see it. You're an investor. We should think of a redeem for one qualifying run in a session for like 15k. What do you mean, sorry? Like just one bet throughout the entire thing? Or how do you mean, sorry? Right, let's go.
Right, the car's ready. Let's get it out there.
10 points and lower odds, how I scanned the merge prediction last time. Yep. Low risk, high reward, right? Oh, you could only do one quali run. Ooh, that'd be spicy, wouldn't it? Because if we mess up that run, that's GG's. Maybe we could do that for Q1s. Because obviously in Q2 and Q3, it's more business end, isn't it? Maybe in Q1 when we do the single run. Would be a good time to do that. Scanning prediction trends like a prime Busquets. Or a Kevin De Bruyne. All right, here we go, ladies and gentlemen. This is it. The hunt for pole position comes down to this one final lap here in Belgium. There is one car staying in the pits right now. Looks like one of the Red Bulls. I'm going to assume it's Sergio Perez. I don't think Max will stay in. But let's get this tire nice and juiced up. And then it'll be time for our final lap. Gonna make a rule. Q1 I do one run, Q2 can do two, then Q3 spin each one. To be fair, in Q3 there's barely any time anyway, is there? You get 12 minutes in Q3, and around a track like Spa, you're only gonna get 2 runs out of that, so. But it would be interesting. I would probably always do my run late in the session, though. A little bit more on the right-hand side tire. Just try and push it through Bonchemont a little bit. Nice. All right. Tire temps are perfect. All right. This is it, ladies and gentlemen. This is it. Final lap of qualifying. Can we find ourselves on pole position here in Belgium? Let's lock in. That was a bit deep in turn 1. Got a decent exit.
And that's just 30 seconds left in the session.
Looking good. Looking good. I didn't see what that P1 time was, chat. What was that P1 time? Carlos Sainz gone P2. 41-1 for Max. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. All comes down to this final couple of corners. I don't think it's enough, is it? 4 tenths on the line. 41-1. We did get 41-1. Are we on pole position? No, we're not. We're on the front row. We can't pip Max Verstappen. How close was it? We both got a 41-1 at the end there, but it wasn't just enough for P1. Oh my God! Are you serious?
Make sure to join us again for Lights Out tomorrow.
Are you serious? 1,000th! 1,000th! Ah! Unbelievable. Unbelievable. 1,000th between ourselves and Max Verstappen at the end of Q3. The Dutchman just pips us to that pole position. Can you believe it? Charles Leclerc and Carlos Sainz had 2 Ferraris qualifying the second row. Good showing from Albon as well to get his Williams up into P5 despite him being a couple tenths away from the Ferraris. But man, brutal stuff. Lando Norris will join Alex Albon on the third row, then with Russell and Alonso directly behind.
Team
and then we'll have
Radio.
Piastri and Perez,
Michelle,
the two Ps, completing the top 10 there as well. Did this happen at Austria? It might have, to be fair. It might have. I mean, in Monaco, we got the exact same quality time, me and Verstappen. We got the exact same quality time, and now we're 1,000th away. We were talking about me and Charles being close together, but now it looks like it's going to be ourselves and Max. Getting 2 tenths that surfing curb? Yeah. Yeah, I'm not surprised. Oh, man, if only we got like a little bit early on the throttle somewhere or a tiny bit late to the brake somewhere. Maybe made an apex slightly better or something like that. It'd have been pole position, but what can you do, huh? What can you do? All right, P2 then, ladies and gentlemen, is where we start in this race. I think we get the outside line at turn 1, don't we? I can't remember, but time to decide the fate of our engine parts. I mean, in my opinion, I don't think we should change them. I know we got good pace this weekend, but we start P2 for God's sake. I don't think we can risk it, right? The IC is on 53%. It will probably get to about 60% by the end of the day. The MGUH is the big issue, in my opinion. Everything else will be fine. For me, it's just that MGUH. But the problem is, we're in Park for May. So if I get a new engine part, we start at the back of the grid. So I don't know if it's worth breaking Park for May to start last. It's fine, go with that. I think I agree. I think we should stick with the parts. Tommy coming in the 45-month resub as well. Thank you much, Tommy, for 45 months. Appreciate that, dude. Ladies and gentlemen, get us a spin chat. Welcome, Tommy. It's the Vince fam for the 45 too. Yeah, I don't think there's much point. I think we stick with those components. Are those a 10 place? Yeah, outside of Park for May, it would be a 10 place if you add a new one to your pool. But I believe once you've got your stuff finalized for Park for May, yeah, I believe it breaks your Park for May, so you start at the back of the grid. A little frustrating, but what can you do, huh? What can you do? Keep how it is? Yeah, we're going to have to, I think. We're going to have to. All right, ladies and gentlemen, without further ado then, we are going to stick with the engine parts, which might cause some problems late in the race, but I guess we'll find out. But in the meantime, this is how the weather forecast is looking heading into this weekend. It should be a full dry race. Very similar to the qualifying, though. We are going to get cloud from start to finish, but that precipitation is never above 20%, so I don't think we'll get any rain today, so no threat of that. It'll be a dark grey day, but no rain at least, so. BBC said DTS captures Horner during the allegations. Does it? Oh, boy. That'll be a watch and a half. Just pray for another Max engine blowing up? Yeah, maybe. Maybe. We've got good straight line speed, to be fair, so even without it, maybe we'll be all right, but we'll see. All right. Here we go then, ladies and gentlemen. While the race loads up, I'm going to go take a quick toilet break. If you guys need to grab a drink, grab a snack, go to the toilet yourselves, now's a chance to do so, and then we'll reconvene in a few moments' time, ready for 44 laps of racing action here in Belgium. Can we convert a P2 into a P1? It'll be the third time we do that this season. But let's see. Ladies and gentlemen, it's time for 44 laps of racing here in the Ardon Forest.
Welcome to this visit to the Ardennes countryside. Spa-Francorchamps hosted its first Grand Prix back in 1925, and this historic track is loved by drivers and fans alike, and us here in the commentary box too. So it's a warm welcome from the Belgian Grand Prix. Spa-Francorchamps then, a historic 19-corner circuit with a lap distance of 4.35 miles. There's over 100 metres of elevation change here, and with long stretches of the lap spent flat out, a good top speed will be vital for success. It's time to take a look at our starting grid for today's race. Max Verstappen put in a fantastic lap yesterday, and he'll start from pole position. And Arthur Leclerc completes the front row. Looking down the rest of the grid, we have Leclerc, Sainz, Albon, Norris, Oscar Piastri, Perez, Stroll, Hamilton, Gasly, Fernando Alonso, Bottas, Ocon, Hulkenberg, Tsunoda, Russell, Ricciardo, Joe, and Kevin Magnussen fills the last spot on the grid. Which of these talented drivers will come out on top today? And alongside me in the commentary box, my old friend, Anthony Davidson. Let's look at their season, and particularly against their teammate. Fair to say, they've got the better of them more often than not. Now, sadly, things didn't work out for them last time. It was a bad race. Question is, though, can they recover today?
Yes, they can, Crofty. You've got to put it behind you. Whatever happened last time, I was always told as a driver, park it, forget about it. Obviously, feel the pain when it happens, but then you can't dwell on it and carry that through to the next race. So put it behind you and just crack on with this race coming your way now.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, here we go then. P2 is where we start. Not bad at all. Not bad. Okay. Let's have a look at the strategy, shall we? It is suggesting a soft medium tyre, which honestly isn't a mass surprise. A soft tyre might wear down a little bit towards the end. But to be fair, over the weekend, we did see the soft tyre was looking pretty decent. So we could alternate and do a medium soft. Lando's starting on mediums. Do we go alternate, chat? Do we alternate? Hello, someone like this? Nah, I don't think we're going to use the hard tyre. Don't think we'll go with the hard tyre. Not a lot of point here. It's fairly close to the Delta, isn't it? It is fairly close to the Delta. Extend the medium out more. You think maybe like 28 laps, something like that? It might be pushing that medium a little bit, though, if we do that. So maybe like 26. A lot of people are starting on that soft tyre, aren't they? Medium soft. Nah, there's no point in two-stopping. Unless it's a safety car. The problem with Spa is there's not really enough laps to warrant a two-stop. If there was more laps, then maybe, but the tyre wear's not too bad, so. You like the soft medium? Yeah, Lando Norris and George Russell both start on mediums. You reckon they go hards, really? No, I doubt it. There's no way, right? There's no way. I'm feeling that alternate, I'm not gonna lie. I am feeling that alternate strategy. It will be a little bit difficult to start, obviously. We'll lose a couple of track positions, but when that medium tyre comes into life, we'll be pretty fast at the end of the stint. It's a tough one. What's fuel like around here? I think fuel is usually a bit of a burner, right? I believe Spa is a burner. Let me double check real quick. is it? Yeah, it's a bit of a burner. Okay, I'll go a little bit higher on fuel then. Gives you fast lap as well? Yeah. But does it give us the win? That's the question, isn't it? Does it give us the win? Okay, I think I'm going to go for it, chat. I think I'm going to risk it. I'm going to go for the alternate strategy. I'm going to start on the medium tyres and then go softs for 18 at the end as well. It's a bit of a risk going for that alternate, but I think with that fresh soft tyre at the end, we could not only get fast lap, but with the amount of pace we'll have, we'll hopefully be able to get a good result of it as well. So I think I'm going to go for that medium off the bat. Right. Prediction, ladies and gentlemen. What should we do for our prediction? I mean, do we go for the win? Or do we go team v team? Because we've even got Alex Albon up here, haven't we? We could do, like, Williams versus Ferrari versus McLaren. Or we could just go straight up for the win. What race is this? This is Belgium. Williams versus McLaren. Could do an Arthur versus Charles here as well, couldn't we? Which Leclerc will win, Arthur or Charles? There's actually a few possibilities here, isn't there? For the prediction. There is a few possibilities and opportunities. We can just go straight out for the win. We can go driver v driver against Charles. We can go team v team. Max is his own team. Yeah. Perez done MPA there isn't exactly a good look for them, is it? Let's do a team v team. Let's go Williams, Ferrari, McLaren. Who will score most points out of those guys? What do we think of that, chat? It's rare we can get Williams really involved in one of these, but finally, Alex Albon looks like he's got some pace, so I think we'll do that. Let's do a team v team v team. Williams, Ferrari, McLaren. How do we follow that? We won't tolerate P2 or 3. Win it. I will try. I will try my best. That's my goal, is try and win this race from here on, so. Yeah, you guys like that? All right, let's do that then, mods. Let's do that. Williams versus McLaren versus Ferrari. Who will score the most points this weekend? Most points, KK. Most points. We're all in the top 10, so might as well go for it, right? Might as well. All right. Here we go then, ladies and gentlemen. Why's I fly my room? Get out of here, bro. Without further ado, ladies and gentlemen, it is time to get ourselves ready and started for the Belgian Grand Prix. We start this one on the front row for, I think, what's about the third or fourth time this year. We've got a couple of front rows to put to our name after qualifying. We've got another one here where we finish in P2. 1,000th behind Max Verstappen at the end of qualifying there as well. So hopefully we've got the race pace to go alongside the quali pace and we can challenge Max during the race. However, though, we do start on the medium tyre. Everyone around us is starting on softs. There's a couple on the mediums, including Lando Norris and someone further down as well, who I can't remember now. But there are a couple starting on mediums. We're going to do the same. We're going to start on the medium tyre for 26 laps, and then we're going to the softs for 18 at the end as well. Everyone else is on soft tyres. Whether they go for a soft hard, a soft medium, we'll have to wait and see. But for now, that is what the tyres are for the start at least. So we'll see what happens from there on. But today's prediction, ladies and gentlemen, will be a team v team. Who will score the most points out of ourselves, Ferrari and McLaren? Make sure to get predictions up in the chat. Without further ado, ladies and gentlemen, it is time for 44 laps of racing action here in Belgium.
Okay, how was that for the race? You'll have a bit more grip than that at the start. You need to warm the tyres properly now. Make sure you get some heat into the brakes as well.
Ladies and gentlemen, the prediction is up on the Twitch right now. Which team will score the most points here in Belgium? Will it be Williams? Will it be Ferrari? Will it be McLaren? Get your predictions up on the Twitch right now.
Conditions look stable at the moment. No rain currently expected.
Here we go, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to the Belgian Grand Prix. My favorite time of the year is the Belgian Grand Prix, and hopefully we can try and make it one to remember for Arthur Leclerc here as well. Rear tires are a little bit cold. We'll do a couple of burnouts down towards the line, maybe. Just help them rear temps. That'll have to do. Not quite as good as we could have done, but it'll be fine for now. All right, here we go. Rest of the grid lining up here in Belgium. And we'll have 5 red lights to mark the start of this Grand Prix. Here we go. 3, 4, 5 red lights here in Belgium. Lights out, away we go, down towards turn 1 for the first time today. A little bit wheel spin to try and get our car settled on the traction. Through turn 1 we go with 3 abreast with both Leclerc and Alex Albon, who's fighting Leclerc. Alex Albon maybe into P3 here. They're going to go 2 wide through a Rouge. Come on, Alex. Is he going to do it? They're still 2 wide. I think Alex might just have the advantage. Great start for the Thai driver. We'll give him the slipstream as well, shall we? As we try to attack Verstappen here as well. Verstappen covers the inside. We look to the outside. Verstappen a little bit later on the brakes. The 3 abreast behind me. Alex Albon to the Ferrari sandwich. Oh my God, there's still 3 wide. What is going on down there? I think Alex has got it though. Has he? It's still 2 wide with Leclerc. Oh my goodness. I mean, that is a great way to start the race though, isn't it? We get a gap to the Ferraris and Alex Albon. Alex Albon couldn't quite hold it, unfortunately. But great start for Alex though. What a launch. Going 3 wide at the end of the Kemmel straight there with some risky stuff. And I think at Leclerc as well, they were 3 wide too. So good stuff for the team though. Very, very good stuff. Right. Let's lock in on ourselves here. We've got 1.3 to Max, who's had a good first lap here. We know our pace in the straights are good, so hopefully we'll try and claw that time back. DRS will be available from lap 2 as well. 1.1 as we head into the bus stop chicane. We're very quick in the straights as we get a little bit out of shape. At the final corner, Verstappen goes fastest. We didn't get DRS this time around, but we are close to that DRS now. We maybe get out of turn 1, 1.1. Gap to Charles, 1.7. Yeah, no DRS this time around. Not this time. Unless it's a bad Rouge, which to be fair, wasn't great. However, look at the time we're bringing down here. Good Lord. Who needs DRS? This entire car is a DRS. Jesus Christ. 1.1 seconds out of turn 1. And we're on his tail at the end of Kemmel Straight without any DRS. Someone check our rear wing. Is this legal? The problem is we are going to be slow in the middle sector because we are running low downforce, so... Someone check my rear wing real quick, though. It was mad how much we caught him there. Rear wing is indeed not there. Optional, I've heard. I've heard it's optional. Purple first sector? Yeah, shock horror. Shock horror. But yeah, I think the guys around us are running a lot higher on downforce. So in the middle sector, they're a lot quicker. But in the final and the first sector, we find a lot of time. And being on the medium tire right now as well. When we go on the soft tires, we'll be even quicker in that middle sector. And hopefully that will give us a good position. Yellow flags out on track on lap 2. Someone is slow somewhere.
Green flag.
We've gone fastest over the lap though, 46.3. Charles Leclerc beats that, 46.1. Lando Norris. Ooh. He's had a couple of bad moments in Belgium. He's had another one here. He's out of the race, 1.3 out the first corner. And yeah, unfortunately, no DRS again. Rip McLaren voters. Yeah, not looking good for them, is it? Here we go again, getting closer and closer. Down towards the Leclerc, but too far back. Once we get that soft tyre on, we'll be very quick, I reckon. very, very quick. With a bet McLaren a fuming? Yeah. Yeah, it's not good, is it? All their hopes and dreams rely on Piastri now. Of course, the same thing could happen to a Ferrari or or a Williams. What happened to Hockenheim? Hockenheim's done. He's in the history books now. A Williams car this fast is not real. Thankfully, it's a game. So we can make it fast. Although, to be fair, tell you what, I know we shouldn't go too much off testing, but Williams in testing were looking pretty damn solid, weren't they? Williams looked very good in testing. Do you always have the same car every race? Well, it is a career mode. Got close to DRS there. Fast in testing overall, yeah. Like I say, you shouldn't really go off testing times, but from what we saw so far, it does look good. Hopefully that is their real pace. Yeah, they got a good, looks like they got a good car. They got a good driver lineup. I'm very interested to see what they can do. Why is there two Leclercs? One's Charles Leclerc, one's Arthur Leclerc. We're Arthur. Charles was quite close to DRS that time around. 9/10 to Verstappen heading into Leclerc. What happened to McLaren? Lando Norris DNF'd with mechanical failure. That was a crazy first lap, though, with those three whites behind us, though, huh? Williams over Aston this year, you reckon? Maybe.
We've got a lot of spare
Maybe.
energy. Okay to use your overtake button.
Ooh, that was a bit wide. That put on a lot of understeer on Apex. Just dragged us wide. If we can try and get a good final sector here, we might get DRS on Verstappen. Come on. He had a bit of a better Stabilo than us, didn't he? I think that's Stabilo, isn't it? Those two right-handers. Put Blanchard when we go. 1 second to Verstappen. We might be within DRS range here. We did break the second. We are. There it is. Our first bit of DRS on Max Verstappen. We have it wide open down towards turn 1, which should give us a bit of extra straight line speed. But the most important place to get it is obviously in the Kemmel Straight. So 46.1 for Lewis Hamilton.
The fastest lap of the race.
We're too far back again, aren't we? We had our first taste of DRS, but I think we're a little bit too far back. Out of a Rouge. Yeah, but no DRS this time. Close, though. Very close. And we will draw a little bit closer to Max Verstappen. But again, he'll have that good middle sector, won't he? Medium's coming alive now, yep. The softs should still be strong as well, though. I think it'll be about 5 laps maybe until we should be equal pace. Who needs DRS and Kemmel Straight? Us right now, to be fair. It'd be nice to have us as the DRS culprits. That straight line speed, it's nice, isn't it? It's very nice. If we just had that middle set to go with it, we'd be in business. All right, here we go again. Out the final bit of the middle sector and into the final sector. It's definitely within DRS this time, no doubt about that. Yeah, it was actually a green middle sector, wasn't it? So it's a personal best middle sector. Verstappen struggling a little bit down towards the bus stop here. And we can just sit on the back of that Red Bull rear wing. A bit of a lock up there. Just drags us forward a touch. So try and get our foot down towards turn 1. 45.8. New fastest lap of the race. The medium tyres alive and strong. And will be all over the back of Verstappen heading into a Rouge. And I think for the first time this race, we're about to see a swap for the lead at the end of lap 6, maybe. This has got to be the moment, right? A little bit of understeer. through our Rouge. And look how much we're gaining. DRS will swing wide open. Verstappen will go a little bit defensive maybe. He's switching to the inside. Round the outside we go. Ladies and gentlemen, we have a lead change here in Belgium. On lap 6, we lead the Belgian Grand Prix. And our top speed is just too much for the Red Bull to handle. But can we keep it? Can we keep it? A Red Bull there has been notorious for straight line speeds as well in the last couple of years. Getting done by a Williams. Alex Albon's still chilling in P5 as well, so he's still holding the line. A lot of cars in that group, though. And on the medium tire, it's perfect pace. It really is. It really, really is. Got a bit of battery in the tank here as well we can use. Yeah, Alex down to P5. There's a lot of cars in that group, though, like I say. So hopefully can try and use it to his benefit. And that should be... Ooh, wasn't quite, actually. I thought it was going to be a fast lap of the race, but it's not. 46.0. Now Verstappen will have DRS on us, though. And he is less than 5 tenths away from us as we head into Eau Rouge. Is Verstappen going to have enough in the car to power through at the Camel Straight? That 5 tenths goes to 7 and maybe 8. DRS now open for the Red Bull, and he'll be nowhere near us, will he? We're actually still increasing the gap, even though he's got DRS. That's mad. That's the power we have right now. That's the power we hold in this car. Even with the Red Bull having DRS, he could barely catch us. We are in a very, very strong position, chat. Very strong position. Obviously, middle sector will be our weakness. And he will gain the middle, but if we keep up this pace in the first and final, we will be in a very good spot. 2.3 to Charles as well. Keep an eye on that gap, see if he can catch up to Max. With number 4 coming this weekend. Number 3, no. This will be win number 3 if we hold on. We got a win in Monaco. We got a win in Austria. Don't think we got another one out of that. Red Bull gets battered everywhere they go. I don't know about that one. What's the strategy? Starting on the mediums and then going softs for the last 18 laps. So we're taking this tyre about 28 laps or so. So another 20 on this tyre. Should be good. Verstappen close again out of turn 1. Did we not win Miami? Am I tripping? P2 in Miami. P2.
Okay, Arthur. Let's try and pick out
That was our first podium.
Let's try to be consistent with it going forward.
Predictions for PSG Liverpool. 1-1 or 2-2 maybe. What's tire percent right now? It should be fine. Yeah, about 11% on average. Front left's on 12, front right's on 11. Both rear tires on 10. No rain forecasts. It is a very cloudy, moody day, but no rains forecasts. We got a lot of battery in the tank here. Start burning a bit of it. Oh boy. Nearly ran out wide there. Verstappen's got a good run. We could just use a bit of that battery just to help us on our way. Do you know about the engineer repeat command? Yeah. What football team do you support? I'm a Arsenal fan. Oh shit, that was a bit deep at bus stop. There was a touch deep there. Verstappen didn't get a good run through bus stop either. On to lap 9. Just try and power out that first corner. Open up that gap a little bit more. It's 5/10 at the minute. Through Oru, should we go? How's the gap going to be at the top? 6.5, 7/10. That's not bad. DRS active now for Verstappen. I mean, look at that. Even with this DRS active, we're still gapping him. Madness, isn't it? Can I use a Modtech wheel with a Logitech shifter? I don't think so. Unless you can make the Logitech shifter standalone. No, I don't think so. A little bit of grass in the inside curve there, but should be okay. What have you changed? How's this car so quick? I mean, we're in a Williams, which is very good in the straight lines. We're running a very low downforce setup, so our straight line speed, which is key round a track like Spa, is killer, basically. As you can see, we're slow in the middle sector, which is where Max catches up. But the first and final sector, we're cooking. You've won this easy. I don't want to speak too soon. Not going to speak too soon. Alex still chilling in P5. Yep. Yeah, good result for him if he can stay in P5. Good points on the boards. What's a good starter wheel for F1? Logitech G923 or a T248 from Taskmaster. We are opening up that gap to Charles as well, which is good. I think it'll be about now. We should start seeing the crossover between the mediums and softs. So I do believe in the next lap or two, you might start seeing that gap to Verstappen open up a bit more. Because that soft tyre should start dropping off a touch now. Our front left's on 15%. Front right's on 13, rear's on 12. So our tyres are still okay. Don't know if I can say the same for the softs though. Need to build a gap. I'm trying to, but if those softs have still got life in them, they'll cling on. I might have used a bit too much battery here as well. What difficulty is it? 110. We're on max AI. I want to do a road score in F1. Who should I do it with? I don't think Antonelli's in the game, is he? Not in F1 23. Not in F2 2023, sorry. Maybe Bearman or something. Verstappen's still holding on. Oh, a team RTG? Haas.
Gap to your teammate behind, 7.7 seconds.
What's the lowest that AI goes? I think it's 0. Maybe 10, something like that. Albert in P5, I know, I can see it. Lowest AI is 0, yeah, I thought so. I don't think I've ever been below, like, 80 AI, so... Even when I first started playing F1 games, I think I was around the 80 mark, so... I do 0 AI for fun every now and again. I know, like, a lot of people do, like, challenges with it, don't they? Such as, like, boxing every lap or using an inter against them or something. Did I always have a racing wheel? No, when I first started, I had a controller. Like, back on the early F1 games. When I say early, I mean, like, 2012. Then I got a wheel in, like, 2016, maybe? 2017. Just for, like, casual fun playing. And I think I was around 80 AI for that. And then, yeah, here I am. Many years later on 110. It's not bad going, is it? Why the AI so slow here in Spa? I think they use too high downforce. There's also not a huge amount of traction zones in Spa. There's a lot of straights and stuff, but... yeah, I think the way they're set up, they're just a bit slow here. We have opened that gap more to Charles Leclerc as well. Verstappen still sticking to DRS right now, despite that tyre starting to fall off. Let's keep pushing.
We're monitoring somewhere on the internal combustion engine.
There it
Be
is.
aware that we're going to start to see a loss of power.
ICE is on 55 right now. That's actually not too bad. I thought it would be on about 60%. But the MGUH on 58. IC on 55. The turbocharger on 50 as well. We have got a few worn components to this car right now, so hopefully they don't cause any issues. What track do you usually struggle with? Miami. I hate Miami. %front left still. Tires still feel pretty good. What are we pitting? Around lap 28, roughly. What wheel do I have? I have the Mossad R9 with the FSR. For me, it was early, Stephanie. Eight seconds of science right now as well. This race at the moment is just between ourselves and Verstappen, isn't it? Am I the only one who struggles with Australia? I would say so. I think the thing that people struggle with Australia is the track limits. It's very easy at like turn 1, for example, to cut too much or understeer and go wide and get track limits and things. It's a pretty tricky track for that. A quick track though, fun one. Verstappen taking 8 cents a minute center's crazy, yeah. Like I said, I think the AI run high downforce on their default setup, so... New Australia is so much more fun to drive. I agree. I did like the old Australia, but... yeah, the new one's also quite nice too. Was 2020 the best F1 game? Yes, definitely. It had a great handler model. It had great content inside of it. It was just all round a solid game. You struggle in Saudi Arabia, really? I love Saudi. Very fun to drive. 2020 is the best it had Vietnam. No, that's actually what stopped it from being a GOAT. Old Aussie's way better. Now it's boring. Really, you think? You said the leaks didn't put in classic cars in W11 F125? Ah, it's a fake image. Unfortunately, it's not real. How did you pass Verstappen? By overtaking him. He is slowly dropping though, isn't he? Our last up's a 46.5 there. I think Verstappen might be starting to drop back a little bit here. Just goes over that 1 second mark into Leclerc. But unfortunately from here on is where he starts to catch again, so... but over the lap he is starting to drop back a little bit. Still a second at the moment. I think he's starting to struggle. Is it PU wear for the middle sector? If it was PU wear, we'd see it everywhere. In fact, we'd see it more in the first sector than anything. Go away for the real F1 to start. Just over a week to go. Less than 2 weeks now. Sounds like a double win there, Nico, not gonna lie. Weekend off work, Jeddah. WWE. Sounds like a good day for you. Most difficult driver I've faced. I don't know. Purple final sector there. Not a clue. 1.6 to max. I think we broke the RS, haven't we? That soft tire's falling off. Now is our advantage, chat. Now is our advantage. I think Max might box.
Without long, get this podium, let's go.
In the next 5 laps. I believe default pit strategy for the softs was lap 20. It might go a bit earlier, but I think we are starting to get that momentum towards us now, aren't we? The Haas is so far behind. They're boxing this way. Looks like that might be 2 stopping. What place do we start? P2. Probability is shifting here, isn't it? The probability is shifting. Come on. Is any rain expected? It shouldn't. It's very cloudy, but it shouldn't rain. Max getting a little bit in the middle sector there, a few tenths. We should start pulling away now. Am I waking up at 4 AM to watch Australian GP? Yes. Everyone will complain about it, but I don't care. I don't care. I'll still do it.
Oh, mate, you made that look easy.
What up, Vinci? What's it going, mate?
That's why I love working with you. Smashed it.
It's just me who doesn't like Bahrain in the F1 games, so keep making new crew modes and I always start with Bahrain. You can always sim it. If you're that determined not to do Bahrain, you can always just sim it if you don't like it. You're going to Australia GP? Nice. Enjoy, Graham, man. Enjoy. Australia's at 11 PM for you? Yeah, that's not too bad. I usually am a bit more of a night owl. Like, I do stay up later in the nights anyway, but even for me, 4 AM is still quite early. So I'll make sure to get some good rests. That's for sure. Would you not consider boxing when Verstappen does? Well, considering I'm on a different compound, probably not. At the moment, we should try and build that gap to Verstappen as much as we can. That should be our goal right now. Maximize that gap to Verstappen before he boxes to give ourselves the best chance. Because it's obvious right now, those soft tires are feeling pretty shit. So until he boxes, we gotta push and open up that gap as much as we can. Because as soon as he goes onto a fresh medium, he will cut that time back. So the more we gain now, the better for the later in the race. Australian F1 fans always have to go through all this pain, to be fair. Yeah. I mean, even in America as well, a lot of the races are still quite early for them. Which is why I'm personally not too bothered about getting up at 4 AM. Because, you know, if you're in a very opposite country in terms of time zones, you always have to get up early, so I don't mind getting up early once to compensate those guys. Well, that'll be a few times this season, won't it? Australia, Japan, China. At least it's all at the start. Yeah, we're going to be boxing between 25 and 30. Our pit window right now says 26, so another 9 laps of these tires, then we'll box.
Just so you know, we're getting some strange...
Hey!
sensors.
There it is, chat.
Too worried, just some bad data. So
Take it off your daily bingo card.
let you know if we notice any genuine problems.
Take that off your daily bingo card. happened once more. I think the China sprint race is at like 1 a.m. or something for us. We're up in the championship table, P4 right now. We're actually only a few points behind Charles. So if we get a good result here in Charles, and we stay ahead of Charles, then we might actually go ahead of him in the championship. Get the second in Sector 1. Yeah, that's kind of mad, isn't it? I wake up at 6 a.m. for work, but you won't catch me up before 10 a.m. even if there's a race. Fair enough. Someone likes their beauty sleep. I get it. I get it. I guess it's just like, for me, if I watched a race that was recorded rather than live, it kind of feels like, I don't know, it feels different to me. Like, yeah, obviously the result can't change no matter where you decide to watch it, but it's that feeling of knowing it's live and everyone's seeing it at the same time, right? Reacting together and conversating live and things like that. I think that's what the effect is, really. How's my PU wear? It is on... Oops, gone past it. 56 right now. MGUH on 59, though. That's going to break into the 60s very soon. Do I do watch-alongs? Not really, no. We do, like, chat about it in Discord all the time, though. Our Discord is very active on race weekend, so... If you want to join the discussion, Discord's the place to be. That's fair, noob. That's fair. What does power unit wear do? If you get too much wear on your power unit, you'll start getting a little bit of degradation to like a top speed and stuff. Your power output won't be as strong. 4.3 to max. We still extend to the Dutchman. To be fair, I mean, there have been times where I've had to rewatch a race because I fell asleep. I fell asleep a couple times during races before, so I had to rewatch them and see what I missed and things. Next race, we bring a new PU. No. So the next time we get a power unit will probably be Monza, which is after Zandvoort. Zandvoort's up next, though, so... We'll have to get through a Zandvoort on a slightly old engine, but in Monza we can take a new one. Alex Albon into the pits on lap 19. Here we go. Soft tyres are starting to box, ladies and gentlemen. The soft tyres are starting to box. We've got another 7 laps until we're in. Tomorrow at Zandvoort? Yes. Yeah, tomorrow we'll go to Zandvoort. Oh, bit of a slide in the rear tyres.
Clear track in front of us, and let's make the best of it. So please make this next one a very fast lap.
Albon coming out in traffic's not ideal. No, it's not. But at least we get DRS. That's something. Right, how's our tyre wear doing? Let's have a quick look. 27 that front left. 25 in the front right. 24, 23 on the rears. Tyre wear's looking pretty good so far. But they are starting to get a little bit slidey. But if the mediums are this bad, then I imagine the softs are even worse, so... 2025 season mod? Yes, sir. Are those mediums from the beginning? Yep. Yeah, these mediums are from the start. Look at the gap we've got to Sainz, by the way. 15.9. He's not boxed either.
Okay, nice work.
This is all pure pace right now. There we go. Max Verstappen into the pits. End of lap 20. Remember, we're going a little bit longer right now. We're going to 26. Medium hard, no. Nah, we're going medium soft. No point using a hard tyre. My body rejects my attempts to go to sleep earlier. The problem is I've gone to like bed so late so many times that I think my body's like, what the fuck are you doing? Get out. How dare you? It does make any early morning rises very difficult though. Is this the first season? It is, yep. I believe Sainz stayed out again. Albon could undercut him, you know. Will the softs last? I hope so. We are going a little bit longer on these medium tires. Originally, it wanted us to 24 on the mediums, but we're extending it to 26, so that should help out the soft tires a good bit. Secret meetings? Not today, I don't think. We had a secret meeting last time, and it was with Haas, I think, wasn't it? So, I doubt we'll get any secret meetings today. I wake up like shit no matter what, yeah. I usually can function okay on like 4 or 5 hours sleep. Better if I get the full sleep, but... Could they hold till 30? These tires? I think so. Front left's at 29. Yeah, they'll get to 30 if we want to. What do you think's the hardest track to drive besides the street circuits? So just like a regular circuit? Verstappen's got 22 seconds behind, by the way, so keep an eye on that. I don't know. I find Abu Dhabi a little bit tricky. Especially the older layout. Problem is we have so many street circuits in F1 now, though, so... And at least 7 from a zombie.
Use your overtake button more. It's
Bearing that in mind. Albon net P5, I think. Yeah, maybe. Gasly's going to pit again. I assume Albon's behind Piastri. We should see Verstappen closing up quite a bit in the middle sector here. Themselves won't do 18 laps. We'll make them do 18 laps. If we have to. Like I said, I do think we could probably go a bit longer on this tyre. That front left is the first tyre to meet 30%, so we could probably go to maybe 28 laps. We can go to lap 28 and box then, maybe. Yeah, Verstappen's getting about a second a lap, I think. Something like that. Lost 9 tenths Verstappen that lap. Yeah, I'll probably stay that way for a little bit. But think how fast the softs will be, though. .45.5 for Verstappen. The problem is, if we go too early on the softs, we'll be in a bit of trouble at the end. Because we saw Max start to drop off quite a lot in the last 5 laps of his tyre, didn't we? So I reckon if we could try and go a little longer on this tyre, we can eliminate that problem at the end. So we are going to have to drag this strat on a little bit longer, I think. I think we try and push 28. Will Max box again? No. This is a one-stopper. You shouldn't be two-stopping around here. Unless safety cars and stuff, but... Does Williams with the predictions thing stand? I think so, yeah. It looks like it. Piastri's doing a decent job, to be fair, isn't he? But that mechanical Fede Fernando is going to let him down. Atlassian sponsor? Yep. How much time do you lose in the pit in this track? I think it's around 22 seconds. It's not huge, but it is enough. So I think right now we probably would come out behind Max. Alex into P5. Is overtaken Piastri. Good lads. Sorry, not Piastri. Gasly. I assume Gasly pit, to be fair. Or whoever was P5. How do you have the sponsor? I'm using 2025 season mod. You can download it on overtake.gg. 20.1 to Max. Charles Leclerc goes fastest, 45.2. Just for context, our last lap was a 46.9. A 45.2 for Leclerc, Charles Leclerc, sorry, is very quick. That's about 1.7 seconds faster. So Charles has got the pace at the moment. P1 in quality, P2. Yeah, it's not pretty, is it, that gap? 1.7 seconds faster is not pretty in the slightest either. We're still doing all right, though. Like I said, once we get that soft tire, we'll be very, very quick. Just got to play the long game. It's a game that will reward patience. Front left, 33%. So that front left looks like it's going up about 2% per lap. From what I've noticed in the last few laps. It was originally a bit lower, but since the tire's starting to wear, that front left's moving up a bit quicker now on tire wear. Can we rapid at the end? Yeah, we should be. 18.3 to Max. 47 was that for ourselves? 47.2. Oh yeah, Alex Albon passed Oscar Piastri. Let's go. Albon's flying this weekend, isn't he? Whoa! Too much inside curb. 45.1 for Max Verstappen. Max Verstappen, 2 seconds faster on that previous lap, chat. 2 seconds. I wish the AI would mix up their strategy a bit. To be fair, in 100% races, they do mix up a bit more compared to previous seasons. If you do like 50% or less, they usually stick to one strategy. Which is why I like 100% races. There's a lot more strategy element to it. What's best for fuel for a 22-lap race around here? We put just under 2 laps of fuel for a full race, so I would assume just over a lap you should be fine. If you do just about 23.2 maybe, should be perfect. $16.3 to Max. He is starting to gain a good bit here, chat. He is starting to gain a good bit. Across the line we go this time. How's it going to be? 47.0. It's going to stay dry. There's no rain forecast. So we need to go a little bit longer here, though, don't we? If we want to make the most of those soft tires, we need to go a bit longer. Verstappen's crossed the line around now. Charles Leclerc's gone fastest, 45.0, and that's another 2 seconds for Charles, who's almost within DRS range of Verstappen, actually. Plague, thanks for following on Twitch, mate. Appreciate it, dudes. Welcome in, bud. You still think 26? Like I said, we've got to be a little bit careful with the soft tires. I know it's tough right now. And yes, it'll be quick on the soft tire initially. But you've got to remember, those last 5 laps in the soft tires will be very difficult as well. We have to find the balance. A little bit of short-term pain for some long-term gain is perfectly fine with me.
Okay, be careful. We think you're going to start losing some tyre grip anytime.
I think we should go about 28, chat. I think about 28. Fuck off, fly. AI did more than 80 laps on softs. Yeah, and look how slow Max was in the last 4 or 5 of them. completely dropped off to almost 5 seconds. Oops. Actually adjusted my downforce. How high is the AI? 110. You have to drive out of your mind here? Yep. I know. I think 28, chat. I think 28.
Okay, so we're leading our teammate by
44.9 for Charles Leclerc. We did a 47.4 last lap. Charles is actually catching on Max pretty quickly. We should come out well ahead of Albon. That's the most important thing. The last thing we know... Oh, I'll tell you what, actually. As I mentioned that, it's probably something to be careful of. Don't want to come out behind Albon, because getting in traffic could be bad. What's the pit time about? 22 seconds, I think. Maybe into 27. Just to be safe to Albon. Should be okay going that one lap earlier. Dude, just fly, bro. Is it kind of fly season already?
Okay, pit in this lap, and remember the speed limit. We'll be penalised.
363 to Albon. We're not getting too much, are we? Well, I mean, he's not getting too much on us. Might be okay to stick to 28, to be fair. Might be okay. Is it 110 AI? Yep. We are on max AI. .46.9, that was a better lap. What season are we on? Season 1. Final 2 sets again a lot. Most of the time going to be Sector 1. Carlos Sainz is also just past Piastri as well for P5. That might be a threat to Albon. Chat, what do we think? This lap or one more? This lap or one more? What do we think? 44.9 for Carlos. Wait till Sector 3. Alex gained about a second on us that lap. We're losing 3 seconds a lap. Stop the bleeding. I think we lost 2 seconds last lap. I think we do it, chat. I think we box. I don't want to run. I don't want to run the risk of losing out to Albon on track position. That'd be quite bad. I think I'm gonna do it. Is rain coming? No. I think we'll do it this lap. You have the time to 28. I think I'm gonna play it safe though. I think I'm gonna play safe. We've got one over what we already wanted to do, so let's box. Box.
Pitting this lap then. Coming to the pits at the end of this lap.
Let's see. Let's see. 37% that front left at the end there. So we did take a bit more care on the tyre towards the late stages. Here we go. Charles Leclerc, 44.8. We are, as expected, going to come up behind them. And we should be clear of Albon by a good portion. Yeah, I was right. About 22 seconds. Look at that. Bang on. Beautiful. And we've got the gap to Albon. All right, here we go. Fresh soft tyres to the end. The gap we're working with is around 7 seconds to the 2 in front. We probably could have done an extra lap or 2, to be fair. And Charles Leclerc's made the move on Verstappen as well. Charles Leclerc leads the race here in Spa. I don't think they battled too much. I think it was a straightforward overtake. Yep, this is the first and only stop we're going to do today. Unless it's a safety car or something, but even then might still be questionable. Oh, man, the grip feels good. Grip feels very good. I can almost flat out put one. That's crazy. That's how good it feels. It feels very, very nice and soft right now. Carlos got Alex, yeah. Hopefully Alex can stay with him. Piastri's still on the back of them as well, so if the top two start fighting and catch them, yeah, it's possible. They are very close together. The engine's gone orange, by the way. We have the engine light. We have the check engine light on.
And gap to the car
Yeah,
in front,
MGUH.
6.3
Purple final sector.
seconds.
MGUH is starting to show the wear. Am I the only one who likes playing Monaco? Nope. So we are going to have to face a little bit of a reliability issue for the rest of this race now as well. And when we're trying to be quick, that's not a good threat, is it? Weather report, it's not going to rain. Green first sector. I see it's also getting somewhere, yeah. We have to power through it today. And Zandvoort as well. Right, thanks for following Twitch from me. Appreciate you, dudes. Welcome in as well. Hope you're doing good. Oh, switch inside curve again. 6.5 the gap. We're gaining. We are gaining. The problem is, obviously, right now they have DRS, so as long as they don't fight, they'll be able to hold that time a bit better. But if they do fight, they'll lose a lot of time, so that's what we want to hope for. But if they want to get a good result out of this, aka a P1, they will need to be a little bit tactical about where and how they overtake. 44.4, new PB. Still no purple lap, though. We have set down a new PB, but no purple laps so far. What's my favorite track? You're looking at it. Spa-Francorchamps. On what difficulty? 110. Max AI.
Okay, Arthur. Lap times are a little erratic at the moment. Let's try and close up the difference
110.5.
between them.
If only. Achieve a lap time. Average lap time of 49.0. Our last lap's a 44.4, so I think that'll be okay. 5.7 to max. So this is the section they gain on us, if anything, so... Yeah, they're not fighting right now. They're not fighting, which is good for them. 14 laps to go here in Spa. Well, that doesn't sound like a lot. It is a very long track. Especially when we're doing 1 minute 44 lap times, so... Still plenty to fight for. We're trying to hunt that gap down to Max Verstappen at the moment. 5.9 is the gap in the final sector. They really do, Jam. They really do. I don't really know what they base it off right now, but it's not right, that's for sure. 5.3 over the line. It's a new PB. It is indeed 44.1. There we go. There's our purple lap. That's what we're hoping for. It took a little bit of time to arrive, but it has arrived. I don't get what the engineer wants lap times that were so much faster than. I don't really know what the lap times are based off of. What it should do is take your last 3 or 4 laps, average it, maybe make it a little bit easier to do, maybe like a few tenths something, and then display that as the time you should try and get. That would make sense to me. If we're talking tenths, then it's fair. But if we're talking the entire 5 seconds, something's not quite right, you know? So it definitely needs a bit of a rework, that. Based on AI difficulty and how high low it is? Maybe. I think it works better when it actually works to the user, you know? Maybe the AI difficulty could have a factor in it, but it should definitely be based on the player, really. Why did you replace the GOAT Sergeant? That's who the chat wanted to replace. They had the option of Albon or Sergeant to be replaced. They voted Sergeant. So far, 2 orange sectors. Orange? Yellow sectors. But a 44.3 is not bad, though. 4.4 to max. How much are we gaining right now, chat? How much are we gaining to max? It looks about a second a lap, doesn't it? Is it half a second, really? Is that it? No way. Vince owns EA? I wish I did. I'd be a billionaire. Maybe not a billionaire, but I definitely wouldn't have financial issues, that's for sure. We would have been outshined by the GOAT Sergeant. It's facts. It's facts. Sergeant would have been winning this race right now. 3.5, come on. 6 cents a lap on average. It's a little bit less than I'd like. But at least we are gaining a decent sum, at least. The problem is, obviously, the more this tyre wears, the less that delta is. So yeah, right now it might be about 6 cents a lap, but I guarantee you by lap 40, we might not even be gaining anything. And then 2025 livery's not going to drop in an update? I doubt it. I doubt it. In the latest patch they did last week, they said that basically they're done with F124 updates. So unless there's like a game-breaking bug or something, there's not going to be any updates to F124 now. All focused on 25. Fast lap again, 43.9. Didn't even get a single purple sector. Just PBs everywhere. But we've gone purple. 1.2 that lap, good. That's more like it. I did use a bit more battery that time around though, so. What are tyres? Big rubber circles. Bum, thanks for following Twitch, mate. Appreciate it as well, dudes.
3.1 seconds. Gap to your teammate behind, 12.8 seconds.
Welcome into the stream as well. Hope you're having a good one. .7 at the moment. Almost dragged it wide into the gravel there. Says a lot, really getting a bit in the middle sector, doesn't it? Really says a lot.
Battery charges are
Tyres
high.
are still good.
Use that overtake button a bit more.
Tyres are still good. 1-0 PSG. Right roll. Pace is epic. It's looking good, isn't it? Have you raced in esports? No. Nor do I intend to. So I know someone will ask. Barca red. Uh-oh. 44.8 that time. That was a bit slower. I was saving a bit of battery that time around, though. Don't think we're getting much that time. For such a long track, tyre wear is so good. It really is. It really is. I just wish there were more laps around this track. I know that obviously they use the distance of the track to determine the laps and things, but I really do think there should be more laps Miami. It'd maybe allow for that option for a second stop to work better. Just a touch deep. Should be okay. PSG goal disallowed. Rip. Didn't Albon take a tyre here till last lap 1 year? It's done it a couple times. Did in Australia as well. That's where I said Miami for what?
Okay, keep an eye on that gap ahead, please.
2.3.
2.3 seconds.
Come on, chat. We're gaining good right now. We brought that gap from 7.5 seconds down to 2.3. We're into the last 10. We're into the last 10 here in Belgium. We're getting closer and closer to that DRS. The problem is, once we get past them, do we have enough to stay ahead? There's a lot of questions that will get answers in the next 10 laps. Lap 35 of 44. Verstappen still in second place to Charles Leclerc at the moment. 1.4 the gap. We get closer and closer through every corner at the moment. Vince ends every stream. Vince ends stream every day and goes and does 10 laps in Miami. If I had a bad stream there, sure, maybe. Don't stride to lap 42. But the problem is our tyre is better right now. If we wait till 42, our tyres might not be as good. We could try and get past them and maybe break away. Alex Albon's still hanging on to P5 right now, by the way. He's having a good race. Unfortunately, he's lost out to Carlos, but he's still holding that P5 nice and pretty. Am I streaming tomorrow? Yep. We'll be live again tomorrow. Tomorrow we'll have the Dutch Grand Prix for this career. That'll be a very strategic race, that one. Very strategic. And this stream in marbles. Come on. Still gaining. Oh, Verstappen had a little look up the inside at bus stop there. Don't think we're in DRS range, are we? We get very close through the bus stop, but I don't think we got DRS. No, we didn't. Come on. Are you playing as his brother? Yep. We're racing as Arthur Leclerc. We could well have an Arthur Leclerc, Charles Leclerc showdown in the last couple laps, you know. Could well be a thing that happens. 1.1 to Verstappen. We're just outside DRS. Is that what tomorrow you say? Yes, sir. Is that what tomorrow? We are within 1 second, but no DRS at the moment. Verstappen trying to close up to the back of Charles Leclerc, but can't get through. Charles Leclerc's doing a good job at holding the Dutchman back. But we are going to see a three-man battle for the lead of this race very soon. Because we're getting closer and closer to that Red Bull. Lap 36 of 44. We are technically on the better tyre. Are we going to see a changeover in performance of the tyre, depending on where, though, at some point in the next 8 laps? Lots of questions being asked right now. These next 8 laps will definitely answer a lot of them. Come on. Currently making pancakes. Pancake day was yesterday, buddy. There it is. And then they got DRS. We should have DRS here. Verstappen's very slow through the final corner. We'll try and get our foot down a bit of wheel spin. Verstappen just will keep in front for now. We'll just manage the battery through the first corner. As we tuck up right behind that Oracle rear wing. Trying to get that traction down out of turn 1 as well. Glad you managed your objective. Yeah, it was a tough one. Only 4.6 seconds faster. Through Rouge we go. Here we go. We haven't got a lot of battery, but I think it's enough. Verstappen on the outside. We switch to the inside against Max Verstappen. Maybe on Charles Leclerc, who covers late to the inside. Here we go. It scraps now. Verstappen holds the inside through Leclerc and holds P2 for it as well. Charles Leclerc, very defensive. We had to back out, and Verstappen pounced on the opportunity to retain P2. The scrappers went. No! Alex! No!
Dropped out of the race.
Alex Albon's out of the race! No! I think that puts Ferrari in pole for the prediction then, doesn't it? I think that's safe to say. Doesn't look like there'll be a safety car, no. Oh, man. What a weekend Alex was having. Qualified well. Started the race well. Held his pace well. Was in that top 5 pretty much the entire race. Ah. Every conceivable emotion possible right now is how we feel. What could have been. Verstappen got a bit of a bad exit.
Nice work. You smashed it.
We'll stay behind, though.
Good job on hitting that target, mate.
We'll stay behind. Take 2. Here we go through Rouge again. Surely we get Verstappen this time, right? Surely we get Verstappen this time. It's run out of battery. Oh, we're going to be boxed in again, are we? Charles Leclerc covers the inside. Round the outside, we go on Leclerc of Max Verstappen. Verstappen has no grip. And we switch through into P2. Here we go. Into second place. We go. Charles Leclerc up next. It's brother versus brother. Arthur versus Charles for the lead of the race. We're coming for that Ferrari seat, Charles. We're coming for that Ferrari seat. Come on. Might have to use a little bit of battery here just to push away from Max. Could be a Leclerc 1-2. We'll see. We will see. A look on the inside at bus stop. Just touched too far back there. Can we try and get the traction out for the final corner? We are going to have a cockpit lap for this one.
Keep managing your tyres. Manage your tyres.
This is going to be a cockpit view lap. That block was too late, I'm afraid. The block was too late. It wasn't. It was. It was. Here we go, ladies and gentlemen, on Charles Leclerc. Round the outside we go. Into the lead of the race. We are back in P1, ladies and gentlemen, here in Belgium. But I have a suspicion this may not be done yet. I have a suspicion this may not be done. The block was in time, I'll refund it. Not on my end. You gotta remember about the delay, chat. You gotta remember about the delay that you guys get. You guys get like a 3-second delay. By the time I'd crossed the line on my end, that redeem hadn't happened. It was around just before turn 1. I'd already crossed the line before I got redeemed. I'm an honest man, chat. I'm an honest human. They are very good in the middle sector still. But we got enough. At the final corner we go. Down towards turn 1. How's the AI so good in the middle sector? We're running a very low downforce setup, so it's probably more me than anything. Can be tough to shake them, yep. I don't think we will shake them, to be honest with you. We have to rely on pure straight line speed to keep ahead. Let's see, is Charles Leclerc getting close enough down through the Camel Straight? He's only 4/10 away, but I think we've got enough battery, haven't we? Yeah, we do. We're good. We're good. I mean, last straight line speed is just unbelievable, isn't it? It's just unbelievable. Lap 40 of 44, ladies and gentlemen. Don't forget, if you guys are enjoying this race, enjoying the stream, looking forward to the final 5 laps here in Belgium, make sure to smash that follow button. We are going to be live again tomorrow as well. Tomorrow, we'll be doing a 100% Dutch Grand Prix. So you thought you saw enough with Belgium? Just wait till tomorrow. Lots of laps around there. We are also live on Twitch as well as TikTok, so if you're on TikTok, you want to watch the stream in a horizontal view and in a better quality, make sure to head over to Twitch, link in my bio, or twitch.tv/thatguyvince. And if you're already watching on Twitch, good job, keep it up. Proud of you guys. Here comes Charles Leclerc, what the fuck? He got a bit of a run out that final corner, didn't he? Too many ads on Twitch. I try to run my ads at a minimum. You might get a pre-roll when you first come into the stream, but it's the only ad you'll get. All my ads are turned off otherwise. I don't get paid enough for ads to care about them. They earn me nothing, so there's no point in me having them. How does your game look so good? I can't get my game to look that good. I don't know. I run on pretty low settings as well. Here comes Charles Leclerc. Is he going to get close enough here? I don't think so. How retire? Who? Albon? Mechanical failure. It was fairly recently as well. Late stage of the race. Ryan James JKM, thanks for following us on Twitch, guys. Appreciate you. Welcome in. Are you guys doing good? How are the tires? Not great, but they'll be okay, I think. They should be okay. Albon retired? Yep. Albon and Lando Norris both retired this race, so I'd imagine Ferrari will hold on to this prediction, I think. How long did it take you to learn driving no assists? Not amazingly long. Once I was on a better wheel and pedal, it was a bit easier, but... yeah, bad lag with the F125 mod and have a high-end PC. Maybe set a frame cap or something, I don't know. Maybe try using VSync. There's always something. I used to have a few frame rate issues, but then I turned VSync on and everything was fine. Usually it's the other way around. Usually VSync causes more problems. But for me, VSync is literally the fix of everything. .6 to Charles Leclerc. Might have used a bit too much battery here. I might have used too much battery. Also, turn off RTX stuff. Like all the ray tracing things. Ray tracing in this game is pointless. So don't run any of those. V6's genius? Yeah, apparently so. Even with a bit tight on battery, we still held that gap pretty beautifully to Charles Leclerc. Engine goes boom in the final lap. Speaking of the engine, MGH at 61, IC at 60. Should be fine. Should be fine. Am I saying it's pretty much on max? Yeah, don't go max settings. Maybe run like medium or something for now. Why is his name Leclerc too? Never heard of Arthur Leclerc? Poor Arthur. Don't worry, Arthur. We know of you. Uh-oh. Uh-oh.
I've got information on Stroll. They've got an issue with their
I don't
car.
care about Lance Stroll right now. I've got 2 laps to go and you care more about Lance Stroll than what's around me? Oh, God. Out of shape in the final corner. Here we go. Lap 43, ladies and gentlemen. Penultimate lap of this race. I'm struggling to save my battery right now. Only at 20% out of turn 1. Charles is close here. Charles is close. He made me drain my battery down towards Blanchimont. Charles Leclerc might have a chance here. Charles Leclerc might have a chance. Here it comes. Is Charles Leclerc going to take the lead? Round the outside goes Charles Leclerc. Charles Leclerc leads the Belgian Grand Prix. That is not what we needed. We held him off for so long, but suddenly he's pounced back. Verstappen's still lingering as well. It's the Leclerc war right now. The Leclercs are at war. Better pray we don't have battery on the final lap, huh? Oh, these tyres are not feeling too good. That was a lot of understeer there. That was a lot of understeer. These tyres have hit a bit of a cliff. Verstappen's all over the back of me. What's happening, chat? Is it the engine wear? Is the engine starting to cause us troubles? I'd say battery. This is far better than TikTok. Hey, I tried to tell you so. I'm a man of my word, chat. I'm a man of my word. Here we go, out of the final corner. On to the final lap of the Grand Prix, ladies and gentlemen. We do have DRS wide open down towards turn 1. But have we got enough down the next straight? Charles got a decent run at the final corner, at the first corner, sorry. We'll have to go to a high lap here. Here we go. Here we go. Give it everything. Charles Leclerc's tight on battery. Here we go. DRS round the outside. No way he can stop us there. Back into the lead we go. It really is the Leclerc war on lap 44. Can we hold for the rest of this lap, though? The tyre's not feeling good. The engine's starting to wear. We're in a bit of a sticky position, really. Come on. We've got a flashing light for fuel, but we're 0.4 up, so that should be fine. Into the S's we go. Complete in the middle sector in a moment. Here we go. This is it. Hold into bus stop. We win the race. Leclerc gets a good exit. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. We're both tight on battery, I think. We're both tight on battery. Have we got enough to hold him at the final corner? I think we do. Into the bus stop we go. Out the bus stop we go. It's flat out to the line. Charles will have DRS. No way through. Ladies and gentlemen, we win the Belgian Grand Prix. Race win number 3. And we take P3 away from our brother in the championship. The Leclerc war is really at its peak right now. Let's go.
Lewis.
Miracles do happen, mate.
Finally, we can.
Oh, man, what an ending. What an ending. Race win number 3 for Arthur Leclerc. We're coming for that Ferrari seat, chat. We're coming for that Ferrari seat. That was tough. That was tough.
It looks like it's
Did Ferrari win the overall battle? I think so, yeah. I didn't see where Carlos finished, but I'd imagine they did. I don't know. We'll see. It's going to be tight, I think. It's going to be tight. Peter with the 2 gifted subs as well. Thank you much, Peter, for that 2 gifted subs as well, buddy. I appreciate that. Ladies and gentlemen, get a slow spin chat. I can see you guys really good emotes in the chat. But thank you much for the 2 gift subs, buddy. I appreciate that, dude. T-Josh, Doom, J. Wright, Ryan. 2 Ryans, in fact. Thank the follows on Twitch, guys. Appreciate you. Welcome in. Hope you guys having a good one. Good race, that for sure. Yes, sir. A bit of that tomorrow. I'll be very happy. However, Zandvoort, as we know, is a pretty tricky race for on-track action. So, we'll see. Did you even see my promise? No, I did not. Lewis, thanks for following Twitch. I appreciate it, dude. Welcome in as well. Oh, man, that's how we do it, ladies and gentlemen. Fastest lap as well. We get 26 points. How many do Ferrari get? Ferrari get 30. Ferrari get 30. 4 points. If Alex Albon had finished that race, Williams would have won that prediction. He was running perfectly fine in P5. Williams would have won that prediction had he had finished that race. But unfortunately, 2nd and 4th for Ferrari get some 30 points. We get 26 on a sole effort. And, yeah, Ferrari unfortunately do win the prediction. So, GG's, don't say Ferrari. GG's. Don't click restart session, please. I didn't save it at all, actually, did I? So, yeah, I really shouldn't. Zandvoort's the 2nd favorite track, really. I do like driving Zandvoort, to be fair. It's a fun track. It is a very fun track. There we go then, ladies and gentlemen. We do finish in a Leclerc 1-2, but ourselves taking the overall victory here in Belgium with that fastest lap as well. Max Verstappen rounds out the podium as well with a crazy, crazy last few laps there. Carlos Sainz, the Ferrari, finishes in 4th place. Lewis Hamilton started 10th, finished 5th. Decent race for the Brit. Sergio Perez, Lance Stroll, Piastri, Alonso, and Gasly all in the top 10. George Russell only P11 for him as well. Not a great race, of course. Just the 2 DNFs today with Alex Albon and Lando Norris both DNFing. I gotta look back and see if the helmet mod was on. I did apply it, so it should be. Unless I fucked it up somehow, but it should be there. This is how the championship is looking, ladies and gentlemen, heading into the Dutch Grand Prix as well. And I tell you what, look how tight it is for 2nd place. Look how tight it is for 2nd place. I think it's fair to say Verstappen will win the championship this season. But we are 1 point away from Lando Norris in the championship right now for 2nd. Charles Leclerc only 5 away from us as well, and 6 away from Lando. So really close between 2nd and 4th, but yeah. Didn't Charles get his first win in Spa? I think so, yeah. I think so. This wasn't our first win, though. This is our 3rd win. We also won in Monaco and Austria, so, you know, we'll take it still, though. A win in Spa is always decent. Charles Leclerc right now, like I say, in 4th place, only 6 behind Lando Norris. Carlos Sainz in 5th. Alonso, Hamilton, Perez, Russell, and Piastri all in that top 10. Alex Albon still sits in P12. He could have bumped himself up very nicely today. Could have got a whole 10 points, which could have really boosted him away from Yuki Tsunoda. But, yeah, very unfortunate. Very, very unfortunate that he wasn't able to finish the race. But his pace was good today, and hopefully it'll be good as well in Zandvoort. Is that an F1 or F2? F1. F1. We won in Miami this season. Sorry, not Miami. Monaco this season. And Austria this season as well. Ah, bro. I'll tell you what. Every time we've started 2nd and Verstappen's got pole, we've won the race, chat. Don't know if you guys have noticed that. But every time Verstappen's been on pole and we've been 2nd, we've won the race. Random fact of the day. So, Max, if you wouldn't mind getting pole in Zandvoort real quick, we'll take a P2, and we'll beat you to the line in your home Grand Prix. How does that sound? Miami is always on the mind, yeah. Traumatizes me. Can't get it off my mind. Do I announce? Like, commentate? No, I don't. No, I just sit here in front of my rig, screaming at AI. That's all I do. Oh, man. All right. Let's see. So we should have the season break here as well, shouldn't we? Yeah, we do.
Perfect opportunity to show the
we do have the season break here too. So let's do a bit of R&D first of all.
Amongst my very exclusive clientele.
Shush.
I love working with you.
Scare me, lady. Right, 517 points. What can we do with this? We can do a drag reduction update. Nothing we could do on the chassis at the moment. Powertrain, we're fine. We've got a couple upgrades on the way here for durability. Okay, let's do drag reduction then. That'll arrive in time for Baku. That's not too bad, actually. A bit of a drag reduction update should be good for a track like that. All right, into season break we go. I don't think much will happen here, really, but at least we'll get some upgrades in.
Okay, mate, I'm pleased to say that our new parts have come through
Nice.
without any issue, so they'll be on the car, ready for the next race weekend.
I mean, we did have some upgrades in, but they've not done us a lot of good, have they? Because we were basically joint with McLaren, Aston Martin, Mercedes. They have kind of crept away a little bit since Belgium, haven't they? We were basically joint with the 3 teams in front of us in the R&D there, but yeah, I don't think we'll be quite as strong in Zandvoort, unfortunately. Especially considering our aero and chassis isn't strong. Powertrain is like our main thing, so yeah, in Zandvoort it might be a little bit tricky. But either way, ladies and gentlemen, we take a great victory here in Belgium. We've got 3 podiums in the last 4 races. We are absolutely cooking right now. Absolutely cooking. Obviously in Hungary, we're close to our podium there as well, but couldn't quite get it. Lando Norris pipped us to the podium in Hungary. But hopefully in Zandvoort, we can try and keep this rich vein of form going and get ourselves another top result. But like I say, the car might not be well suited to a track like Zandvoort, especially with a few engine components getting a bit worn too. So, yeah, I think in Monza, we are definitely going to have to take some engine penalties, and we'll probably start last in Monza, I'd imagine. But ladies and gentlemen, that will do us for the night, I think. Oh, man. Russell got driver of the day as well, did he? Yeah, undeserved. Undeserved. Scam as far as I'm aware. Absolute scam. But yeah, ladies and gentlemen, that will do us for the night. Tomorrow, we'll be back, and tomorrow we'll head into the Dutch Grand Prix, Verstappen's home Grand Prix, and he's been on fire this season. As you can see, he's basically got a podium almost every single race. The only times he's not got a podium is Miami, Monaco, and Hungary. But every other race, he's had a podium or a win. So he's been on scary form this season, and imagine that will continue in his home Grand Prix as well. Zandvoort, yep. After that, we'll have obviously Monza, Baku, Singapore, but those 3 tracks will be next week for the career modes instead. So, yeah, Zandvoort tomorrow. However, ladies and gentlemen, that is going to wrap it up for the night for ourselves, I'm afraid. It is that time of the night. It is that time of the night. How do you put different liveries in F1? You have to be on PC, first of all, and you need to... You have to be on PC and you need to download the mods on overtake.gg and then replace the game files. What track is it for CS this week? We don't know, unfortunately. It's a what's it called? Mystery race, basically. So we don't find out till the day. I'll let you guys know on Discord, as always, when I know, but it won't be until Saturday we know, so. Right! In the meantime, ladies and gentlemen, we're going to raid over to someone, as we always do. And as always, we are going to raid over to the wonderful Miss Dana A. She's live right now playing some Avowed. She's obviously a big F1 fan herself. You guys know Dana by now. If you don't know her, then get to know her. When we finished P1. We got a win out on, so 3rd win of the season. Like I say, tomorrow we'll be back for the Dutch Grand Prix. 5 p.m. UK time, as always, is when we go live. So make sure you're here, 5 p.m. sharp, ready for the Dutch Grand Prix. And hopefully we can try and continue this very rich vein of form we are on right now. All my social medias, ladies and gentlemen, are in the chat right now. Twitter, Instagram, Discord, all in the chat. Make sure to jump in on Discord if you haven't already. It's where I get announcements from when we go live. There's a schedule, so you can see what we're doing on what day. And, of course, you can hang out and chat with me and all the other viewers on Discord as well. For those on TikTok, click the link in my bio. That takes to all my social medias as well. But until tomorrow, have a fantastic rest of your night. And I'll see you guys ready for the Dutch Grand Prix tomorrow evening. Good night.